faucet up drain. Didn't plan on losing my heart tonight, but on that greasy rooftop it all felt right. On the roof of the Waffle House, love gets loud. While Dixon's in the kitchen, we escape the crowd. He might motorboat me like a big old beast, but Lord have mercy, he smells like yeast. Might not be forever, might not be clean, but on that rooftop, I'm his queen. Don't wear pride, we climb that ladder just to let it ride. No white picket fence, no wedding ring, but the way you touch me makes the rafters sing. On the roof of the Waffle House, love gets wild. While Dixon's in the kitchen, we escape the crowd. He might motorboat me like a big old beast, but Lord have mercy, he smells like yeast. Might not be forever, might not be clean, but up on that rooftop, I'm his queen. Dentures, I don't wear pride. We climb that ladder just to let it ride. No white picket fence, no wedding ring, but the way you touch me makes the rafters sing. Oh, leave the minivan, leave the 9 to 5, hop in your Bledo, let's feel alive. With Dixon, fried bacon, and the jukebox on. We found the kind of love that don't feel wrong. On the roof of the Waffle House, love gets wild. I'll do broken hearts, lost but proud. But tonight on this rooftop, he's my beast, my wreck, my home, my break routine. But on that dirty rooftop, I'm his queen. I'm his queen.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, for the third time today. Welcome back to another stream. This time it'll be day 2, part 2 in the Brandon Isabelle Memphis baby bridge case, as I called it, because the original information was that he had the baby over the bridge, but it seems like he did it on a bank of a river instead. Horrible case. Remind yourself if it gets a little too. This morning it got a little bad with the baby on the screen, 2 days old, and that little hat that it had on. We all love true crime. We all love watching court cases, but we watch a lot of bad stuff, and you are responsible for your own mental health. Take the breaks you need. It's not that important. You watch it with me, you watch it with recovery, you watch it with whoever. We will update you if you come back and say, well, I had to step away for half an hour. What did this witness say? We will tell you, well, blah, 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 in a little more PG way, so you don't have to watch all of it. Let us get the calluses on the buttocks and the sole and watch it, and then you take your breaks and just remember deep breaths, smell the roses, touch the grass, and hug your kids a little bit extra the next time you see them, because there's a lot of kids out there who needs some loving. And there's a lot of kids, sadly, as we know, because we cover a lot of these cases, who, that's the bad thing about kids. They don't get to choose who their mom and dad are, and some of them are really unlucky in the game of life, and we're covering cases like this. So just remember yourself, remember your soul, and remember it's always okay to say, nah, I'm gonna go out and make a nice cup of coffee, just turn over to that Bluey episode, I don't know what Bluey is, and enjoy that. Or I'm going to FaceTime my grandson and say, giggity, 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 just so everything is nice and calm. Thank you, Hellfish Haven, for a super sticker of a lemon kiss and a pear, I think it was. And Peace Geek, why are you making me want waffles almost every day? I was actually looking at making a new intro song because the Waffle song is about the case out of Fulton with the young woman who disappeared down there, the guy who was found not guilty. So I need to find a new one, but this case hasn't really inspired me to make a new intro song. But I will be working on something new because new cases, new songs, as we normally do it. So we don't grow stale, we don't grow old. We make something that's a little more interesting now and again because especially doing those long trials like the Can Read trial where we were sitting and covering the same stuff for 8 weeks, you get a little bit tired of the same song. That's why I need to make a new outro as well because you get tired. All of you can go around and I'm gonna pick this guy today or that guy. I have to sit here and do it on my channel. So sometimes changing things up a little bit makes it a little more fresh.
I would just like to say I did a test drive of that, and it worked great on my test drive.
Sure, Jan. Judge Looks, may I see you?
That's the judge in this case this morning. She has a little sass to her. They had some problems communicating with the big screen and show some evidence on the screen, and the the defense attorney was, oh, I did try it, and she was just, yeah, sure, Jen. I love the intro, but I'm gonna weigh 500 pounds. Well, that's the more of you, the more to love. Is the attorney name really Jen, or Judge got the joke? She got the joke. I don't think her name is Jen. Hey, Dodo. Yeah, she has a little bit of attitude. She seems really good. She hasn't done the only thing, and maybe that's just me. Am I going to cover the Walls case? Most likely, yes, when it gets going. But I can't. It's probably somewhere in my calendar that Marissa makes for me that I never look at because I am the worst streamer in the world, and Marissa is one of the best mods in the world. But yes, that looks interesting, and I want to see what they have. And again, it's Massachusetts, a hellhole of a state. What was I talking about before I talked? Oh yeah, the judge. I have a little bit of a problem with the prosecution because every time the defense objects, he just keeps talking. And that's annoying because they have a strong case. Don't play the tricks when you have a strong case. It annoys me to all hell that this is where they go, that they believe they have to do that to win the case. To me, that's just one of those. It's a small idiosyncrasy I have, but I just don't like when prosecutors who are ahead on the scoreboard play dirty. And the judge should tell him, stop when there is an objection. Stop until I've made my ruling. We are the state, we are the Commonwealth. Well, I've been told by the White Rabbit that there's no good thing ever to come out of a Commonwealth. If you're a Commonwealth, you ain't a part of the US. That's what the White Rabbit says as well. Love Bluey, my LG was watching it before bed the other day, and when I came back from putting her to bed, I sat watching it with no kids. I've never watched an episode. I am so lucky that my kids are too old for Baby Shark. They watched a lot of a Polish cartoon called Pingu about a penguin that plays trumpet on his beak. Don't ask me. And I hate it because he never says anything. He's like, but they watch that a lot. And I was up seeing my grandson this weekend, and they were talking about how they always watched, is it called Entangled in English? The one with the horse and the frying pan and the little chameleon fella. That I never watched that, but my youngest daughter apparently watched that every day. I never watched it. I always compliment Marissa, unless she's yelling at me. So, yeah. You love Pinku? I hate that noise. That's why he's adorable. No, I hate the noise. It's really annoying. Tangled. Okay, Tangled. I thought it was Entangled. I've never ever watched it, so I don't know. I know there's a frying pan and I know there's a horse, but I don't know anything else about that cartoon. Anyone else remember Pocoyo? No. I just remember Colago. Did you watch the Mumitrollene? And you must have seen those, Fedorowski. She used the frying pan as a weapon. Oh, I should put the audio on.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
That's probably a liability waiting to happen. It is Central Time, so the clock is 1. That is probably late. 1:47, because they started. They went to lunch at 11:50. This is the defendant. Yes, Brandon Isabelle. Courtney, you don't want to know. It was the way Fedorowski finished his toilet visits. I don't know what Colago is. I watched a lot of the Smurfs and DuckTales. Woohoo! DuckTales. Oh. Ren and Stimpy, don't go pee on the electrical fence. I can't stand the sound of the inflatable yard decorations. The Elephant Show, don't know what that is. D'Artagnan and Cities of Gold is my favorite. I remember D'Artagnan. DuckTales was a cool show. I think there was only, was it 3 seasons, 2 seasons, 3 seasons? Oh, and I liked Booby Bears, hopper her der alle vegne. Sådan, det er en Booby-bjørn. I love that show. That was a good show. Oh, Booby Bears.
Welcome back.
Bouncy ones.
Getting overdue. Save room for dinner. Please call your next witness.
Steakhouse Sergeant Fowler.
You call it gummy bears? We call it Booby Bears.
Watch your step. Stand right here, face down, raise your right hand.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I
So help you God.
I do, ma'am.
Thank you.
I loved G.I. Joe when I was a kid.
Would you please state and spell your name for the jury?
Sergeant Cecil Fowler, CECIL, Fowler, FOWLER.
And where are you employed?
With the Memphis Police Department.
And how many years have you been with MPD?
23 and a half years.
Are you counting down?
Yeah.
What is your current assignment?
I am currently a sergeant, which is a detective or investigator with the Felony Response Unit.
And is that where you were assigned back in February of 2022?
Yes, it was.
Can you describe for the jury what felony response does?
Each precinct, which there are 9 precincts, 10 if you count the traffic unit, they have their own sergeants, detectives like me that handle all their cases in that precinct. They work 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. When they go home, we have a felony response Charlie shift, which is 4 p.m. to midnight, and then my shift, which is felony response midnight to 8 a.m. We handle all the felony cases in the city for all the precincts, so that they can go home and be with their families.
Now, did you become involved in the murder investigation of Danielle and Kennedy Coyle?
I did.
How did you become involved?
We got a call from the scene lieutenant that the officers had found a car that they at first thought was maybe stolen. It's in an area of Sedgwick and I forget the other street. It's an area where a lot of stolen cars are left, stripped. It was raining. They came across the car, thought it was stolen, ran the tag, sent a car. It didn't come back stolen, but they sent a car to the owner's address. When that car got there, they were asking the mother, Danielle Hoyle. I said, yeah, that's my daughter. You know where she's at? No, but she should be with her. I think it was a 2-day-old, 1.5-day or 2-day-old newborn. When the cars were over there, the officers on the scene where the car was, the rain had stopped. They got out. They noticed that there were bullet entry holes going into the car. They checked the area, and then they found a body just, I think, south of there in like a little ditch area. I never made the scene, but I know they said it was not far from the car.
And at that point, what did you do next?
I was told to stand by. We sent 2 cars to that scene. 2 of my partners, my investigators, went to the scene where the car was. Another investigator went to the mother's house where the car was registered, Danielle's house. I think her mom's name was April. Sent a car over there. They had me stand by because we knew there should have been a baby there, a newborn. There was no car seat, but there was I guess it was a baby bag, like you put Pampers and stuff in maybe, that was there. And they had talked to the mom, the officers had, and so we knew there should be a baby somewhere. We got a body, we believe it was Danielle, and where's the baby? So they had me stand by because they were going to give me information to do a city watch, which was going to be probably turned into an Amber Alert. And so I was standing by at the office for them to get back to me.
And did that become an Amber Alert?
I believe it did, but I can't be for sure. I don't remember if it got that far that quick.
And your city watch was for 2-day-old Kennedy
Kennedy,
Coyle.
yes.
Now, are you sort of helping coordinate the various scenes at this point?
Kind of. Our lieutenant, who's a step above me as my supervisor, went to the scene where Danielle's car was found, as well as the 2 other investigators.
And to be clear, was that Levi Sedgwick?
Yes, Levi Sedgwick. And so I was at the office. They would kind of call me because we had another Sergeant Williams was at the mom's house.
Now, at some point in time, did you receive information that a Brandon Isabelle might be involved in the situation?
Yes, ma'am.
And what information did you receive?
The mother had told April, I believe was her name, had told.
Just a moment, please. Would you like to respond to the objection?
It's a fact on the listener to explain the next step that he took based on that information.
And Your Honor, I would submit he should have stated what the next step he took was. He doesn't have to include the hearsay information.
Do you want to rephrase your question so that he can answer it accordingly? I will sustain the objection.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sergeant Fowler, you already stated that you received information that Brandon Isabelle might be involved in the situation. Is that correct?
Yes.
And taking that information, what did you do next?
I had one of my other partners, Sergeant Rouse, see if he could find some information on Brandon Isabelle. He was able to look up find a Tennessee DL photo of him he sent it to me.
And when you say DL, do you mean driver's
License, I'm sorry. Driver's license. He sent the picture to me. I sent it to Sergeant Williams, who was on the scene with Danielle's mom, April. And I asked her, I said, ask her mother if this is Brandon Isabelle, the baby's father. And she asked her, and she sent back a message to me and said, yes, this is Brandon.
And was that your attempt to make sure that everyone was talking about the same person?
Yes.
Now, did you end up going to 5061 Stacy Road?
I did later on, yes.
And
2022, February 2022.
what was located, well, why did you go to that location?
Lieutenant Taylor called me from the scene, she was at the scene of where the original car was found, Danielle's car was found. There was information that Brandon's car was there, and they wanted a search warrant for the car. And I believe, I don't know if he was dating the girl, I can't remember her name, it starts with an A.
Was it Artesha?
Artesha. She lived at that house where the car was on Stacy. And I guess they had been there before he was located in Cordova. So they wanted me to get a warrant for his car and her room in the house.
I am going to hand you a stack of photographs.
Okay.
And I would like you to just take a look through the photographs, see if you recognize them.
I think it's just gray.
Yes, ma'am, I do recognize all these pictures.
Okay. Now, you were saying that there was a search warrant for a vehicle at Stacy Road.
Yes,
Was that a Chevy Malibu?
it was.
And was there also a search warrant for the house at Stacy Road?
Yes, ma'am.
And those photographs that you just looked through, are those from both the house and the Chevy Malibu on Stacy Road?
Yes, they are.
And were you present for the search of those locations?
I was.
Your Honor, I'd ask that those be state's exhibits in sequential order, 67 through 75.
He's almost ready for pension, or retirement, so. Yeah, you have to be made of a special. You have to be a special breed, but hey, bad guys need defenses at the attorneys as well. So that's and some people can do it, some people just can't do it. And some people really like to do it because there's a lot of money in it if you get a reputation for being good at it. Yeah, every show we watched in the 80s was just
Your Honor, may I have
Hasbro.
Go ahead, please.
Now, Sergeant Fowler, go one by one here. This is for the record.
Yes.
This is Exhibit 67. What are we seeing here?
You're looking at the front of the house on Stacy, and the vehicle that I had the search warrant for that belongs to Brandon.
And
Was
to
registered.
be clear, is that 5061 Stacy Road,
Yes, ma'am.
and that's in Memphis, Shelby County, Tennessee?
It is.
Now, Exhibit 68, what are we saying?
That's Brandon's car.
And could you read that tag number?
It is 3 November 3, 6 Hotel 5.
And what kind of vehicle was that?
That's a Chevy Malibu, white in color.
And was that registered to Brandon Isabelle?
It is. It was.
And what are we seeing in this photograph?
That's the trunk. The trunk is open. You're looking at the front of the trunk. Those
I
are
had
a pair
those
of
slides.
Adidas slides that are black in color with white stripes and white Adidas on them, with what appeared to be possible trace amounts of blood on them.
And to be clear, were those in the trunk of the Chevy Malibu?
They were.
And we have exhibit 70. What are we seeing here?
That is the center console. That is an empty Kydex holster, which Kydex is like a plastic kind of holster, kind of like we carry, but it's just a cheaper kind, if you will. It's just plastic holster.
For a gun?
For a gun, yes. For a gun.
Thank you. Okay, and then what are we seeing here?
That is also the center console, and that is a Glock magazine that contained 16 9mm live rounds. That's also in the center console.
And that is in the same console where the holster was found?
Yeah, center console between the driver and passenger seat.
And this would be exhibit 71. What are we seeing here?
That is the front passenger floorboard, and that is an Apple Watch that's on its side. And it had a cracked front screen.
All right, and exhibit 73.
That is a pair of that's the front passenger seat, and right there where the placard number 6 is, you can see a pair of black gloves with some writing on them. On one of the gloves there, you can kind of see a cockleburr, which is one of those sticky little prickly. It's a weed that they grow in rivers, watery areas, but they can grow in fields too. And so we saw that and thought that was kind of odd, so we decided to take those right away.
And we're looking at exhibit 74. Is this a closer look at those gloves?
Yes, that's a closer look at the gloves, and you can see the cockleburr would be the right hand right here where the pinky meets
The little
the hand.
brown right here.
Yeah.
And exhibit 74. Or I'm sorry, 75. What are we seeing right here?
That's you got some Walmart bags with, it looks like kind of a stuffed animal and some other miscellaneous child stuff in there. We didn't really go through that a whole lot. We kind of.
Oh, this looks like he was planning to go give his daughter stuff, and then he probably changed his mind. Because I think the car seat he has in here, his other kid is older. And that's really heartbreaking.
Went through, it looks like mostly child's clothing and stuff like that.
Was it baby items?
Yes.
And did that kind of end your involvement in the case?
Yeah, well, after that, we did go and serve the search warrant on the house as well.
And were you out there with crime scene officer Cole?
I was. He took the pictures.
And so with felony response, is it fair to call felony response kind of the after hours investigators?
Yes. If you get a homicide or sex crimes, missing person, drive-by shooting, robberies, any kind of felony at night, we go to it first.
And then do you hand that off to the appropriate bureau?
Yes.
And so in this particular case, would it have been handed off to
The
homicide?
homicide, yeah. They get called, in the case of homicides, they get called right after we're sent to the scene. We start doing their job. Within half hour to an hour, they meet us. We update them with what we got, tell them, here's what I did. I've got witnesses, suspects, whatever the case may be. Here's what we've done. Hand it off to them, and then we just help them, whatever they need.
You lend support as needed?
Yes.
I'll pass the witness.
I have no questions for this witness, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You may step down.
He's on camera in the area. His cell phone shows him where the child seat was found. It's never 0. Yeah, that could be it.
Now, the state's next witness will be Artesha Stewart.
It's really horrible to. I just can't. I have a grandson who almost is a year old, and just can't imagine doing stuff like that. I gave him a nice little llama teddy bear from the chat when he was newly born. He was like 2 weeks old. And, yeah, his girlfriend didn't want him to have another kid with another woman because she didn't want the drama. So we saw a text yesterday where he was asking her to delete the baby at about, I think, 5 months into the pregnancy. And I don't think you can do that. I don't know what the rules are in Tennessee, but I don't think 5 months is
Miss Stewart, come forward.
legal in that state.
Watch your step.
No, she hasn't done anything.
Stand right here, face your raise your right hand.
She just didn't want
You
another
solemnly
baby.
swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Is this
You have
the
seen,
girlfriend?
watch your step, and speak up for the benefit of Madam Court Reporter.
Would you please state and spell your name for the jury?
I think this is
My
the
name
girlfriend.
is Artesha Stewart, that is spelled Artesha. Stewart, Stewart.
And how old are you, Stewart?
I'm 27.
Have you always lived in Memphis?
Yes,
And where do you work?
I'm working at FedEx right now.
About how long have you worked at FedEx?
On and off roughly, I want to say since I was 19.
And do you have any children?
Yes,
How many?
one,
And what's your child's name?
Aaliyah,
And how old is she?
4.
I want to take you back to 2021. Where were you living at that time?
Living with my mom
And where was that?
in Memphis.
I'm sorry?
In Memphis,
And what was your street address?
5061 Stacy Road.
I'm going to show you what has previously been entered as Exhibit 67.
Women should too. Both sides. As I said yesterday, just put a piece of plastic on it, or do this. Yes, the child is the defendant's. Yeah, but this was February 2022, so 5 months before would have been. It
Do you
would have been
recognize
allowed.
that?
Yes,
And what is that a picture of?
my house.
Now, where were you working back in 2021?
FedEx.
And did you meet someone by the name of Brandon Isabelle?
Yes,
Did he also work at FedEx?
yes,
Do you see him in the courtroom today?
yes.
Would you please point to and describe something he's wearing?
With the black and blue shirt and the black tie.
Judge, I would ask that the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant.
Thank you, you may be seated.
Now, did you actually meet Mr. Isabelle at FedEx when you were working?
Yes,
And at some point, did you start dating?
yes.
Do you remember about when that was?
June 2021.
I don't think so.
And where did
Oh, by the way, for the recovery addict people, he confessed, allegedly. We haven't heard the confession yet, but he did confess. Oh, I think I said that they tried to throw the confession out. But I haven't seen her mentioned in any reports I read about this case.
he live when you first met?
He lived in Cordova on his own. What is that?
Where, I'm sorry?
He lived in Cordova.
Was he living with anyone at that time?
No,
Was it a house or an apartment?
apartment.
And at that time, were you aware whether he was married or single?
At that time, from what I know, he was single. And then I found out he was married.
And to your understanding, were he and his wife separated?
Yes,
And do you recall what her name was?
yes,
What is her name?
Zaria,
Now, did they have any children?
yes,
How many?
one,
And what was that child's name?
Kingston,
And do you recall back in 2021, early 2022, how old Kingston was?
5,
Now, you said that you had one child, Aaliyah. Is Brandon Aaliyah's father?
no,
Did you have Aaliyah before you were in a relationship with Brandon?
yes,
They claimed it was unconstitutional.
Now-
I don't know on what
I'll
ground.
take you back to January of 2022. At that point in time, about how long had you and the defendant, Mr. Isabelle, been dating?
can you repeat that?
Back in January of 2022, were you still dating Mr. Isabelle?
We were on and off dating,
And about how long had you been in a relationship, whether it was off or on?
6 months,
And at that point in time, had he moved to a different place?
yes,
Where was he living then?
his parents,
Did they also live in Cordova?
yes,
And were they in a house or an apartment?
house,
Now, did you know someone by the name of Danielle Hoyle?
yes,
How did you know Danielle?
through Brandon,
Did Danielle also work with you guys at FedEx?
yes,
And did you become aware that the defendant and Danielle had had a sexual relationship at some point?
yes,
Now, while you and the defendant were dating, did you and Danielle have any confrontations?
yes.
And when you say confrontations, what are you talking about?
More so of a he say, she say conversation type thing.
Are we talking physical confrontations?
No.
Are we talking verbal confrontations?
Yes,
Did those happen face to face?
no,
How would those happen?
through like someone would say something, bring it back to me. She would say, I would say something, then bring it back to her.
And would some of this
So-
stuff occur like over text messages?
Nagging.
Yes,
Now, did you become aware during that time period that you were dating the defendant that Danielle was pregnant?
yes.
And what did the defendant tell you about Danielle as far as the paternity of her baby?
He wasn't sure if the baby was his or not.
Did he tell you that there was a possibility it was his?
Yes,
So I want to go to mid-January of 2022. What was the status of your relationship with the defendant?
we were broken up.
Is that something that had occurred multiple times in your relationship,
Yes,
breaking up and getting back together?
yes,
Was it sort of a constant of your relationship?
yes.
Did you and the defendant have nicknames for each other?
Yes,
What were they?
pudding and waffle and cookie.
And so who was Cookie
Me,
and who was Puddin'?
Brandon.
And is it fair for me to assume Wifey was you as well?
Yes,
Have the two of you talked about getting married at some point?
yes,
Did he at some point give you a promise ring?
yes.
Now, in late January, how far
The bad thing is all three had previous children. All three are living with their parents. All three are staying at the FedEx where they treat it as high school. And they are bringing up the next generation. people, it's always the people who shouldn't have kids who gets kids, and the ones who would be really good parents have to struggle. All of these people are childish, immature, and they can't take any responsibility. Oh, she said this to you. Well, I'm going to tell that hoe that. Oh, this hoe said that to you. Oh, that bitch is going to grow the F up. When I were their age, I had been on 2 deployments. These people probably never ever did anything after high school than work for FedEx because it was easy. And then they were drinking, banging, and oopsie, I got pregnant. How did that happen? Get a fucking life.
How long was Danielle in her pregnancy?
About to give birth in January.
Okay. And during that time period, how would you describe your relationship with the defendant?
Can you repeat that?
Okay, during that time period, late January, how would you describe your relationship with Mr. Isabelle? Was everything great? Were you guys still doing your breakup, get back together? Just describe for the jury what the status was.
Yeah, breaking up and getting back together.
Is it fair to say it was a little rocky?
Yes,
And during that time period, did you start seeing other guys?
yes,
Did the defendant find out about that?
yes.
Now, how did you feel about the defendant possibly having another child?
I wasn't too fun, wasn't sure about continuing the date.
And did you express that to him?
Yes,
Did the two of you text pretty frequently?
yes.
What was your phone number at that time?
It was 901-896-5848.
Now, I want to take you to the early morning of January.
Isn't a promise ring something you gave your girlfriend when you were 12 years old? And then when you were 16 to 20, you had like 6 engagements. And then you found the real one when you got a little bit older. Not everyone do like me. Meet a girl and make her pregnant in 14 days. It rushes things a little bit. But it's just a promise ring. It sounds so juvenile. Oh, I'm going to promise you I'll be with you forever. I'm going to bang someone else because we kind of break up, go back together, break up, go back together. So I'm just going to bang some other dude. You're 27 years old. At that time, 25. At 25, you should be in a stable job, starting your life. You have a kid who is 2 years old. You should be concentrating on that kid. You shouldn't be out hoeing. My marriage ended when I was 25. I had 2 small kids. Of course, I was trying to get some rebound, but I was always, every weekend I had my kids, it was my kids' weekends. I didn't go out, bang around. I didn't do all of this shit. Grow up. Well, everything just happens to me. I don't know why. Because you never, ever was told to take some personal responsibility. I'm at that age. I'm 27 myself. I can say young people really need a slap on the face and be told, stop whining and start working. Working on your life, working on your kid's life, working in general. Your kid is going to learn that, hey, sleeping with 2, 3, 5 guys at a time is A-okay. Getting knocked up when you're, I don't know how old, is okay because mama did the same. Maybe be a better example. Maybe do this. Take 2 years where you don't get any PP in the vavava and see if it couldn't fix a lot of problems in your life that you're not constantly out looking for affirmation from guys. Close your legs, concentrate on your kids, help the kid get good grades, get on a great spot in life. Stop chasing dicks. And for guys, stop chasing veggies. A lot of problem comes from it. Maybe take it out of your life. Just take a celibate year where you focus on your kid and your personal growth. I can't stand these young people. You're fucking 25 years old. Imagine being in World War II. The officers were less than 25 years old. They had to lead guys up Omaha Beach, and they were 22, 23 years old. These people can't even show enough intelligence to just shut their legs and say, well, maybe going out and get dick down is what makes a lot of problems in my life. I can't stand these people. And before anyone says, well, what do you mean these people? Any young person who uses it as an excuse, I'm only 25. No, you're not. You're a grown person. Get your life together. Lindsay Catani, Twisted Tragedy, this person, all of these hopebags, Close Your Legs, and all of the guys who ride them like it's the town bicycle. Stop. Focus on your life and focus on your effing kids. Sorry, rant over. I just get mad.
January 31st of 2022. Were you and the defendant texting with each other?
Yes.
What was going on in those early morning hours?
I want to say he was with Danielle and I was at home and we pretty much talked that morning after he was at the hospital.
Okay, so before we get to that, so early morning, January 31st of 2022, are you and the defendant texting back and forth?
Yes.
And what is your understanding as to where he is at that time?
He was at the hospital.
Was Danielle having the baby?
Yes.
And what was the tone of your text messages at that point?
Pretty much more so me being upset and him being upset. And pretty much me being over the relationship.
I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of trouble hearing her. You could just ask her to keep her voice up.
Keep your voice up.
Thank you. Thank you. Could you repeat what you just said, that last sentence?
The last sentence, pretty much over the relationship.
Now, you mentioned that later that morning, after Kennedy was born, you met
We do that. We get paid a lot more in Denmark. We're a socialist state. So it's really nice to be a single parent.
up with the defendant. Is that right?
Yes.
And where did you guys meet up?
Mud out.
Was that somewhere that you had met up in the past?
Yes.
And why did you meet up there?
To talk to the defendant.
Were you talking about your relationship?
Yes.
At that point, did anything get resolved?
No.
Did you want the defendant to get a paternity test on Kennedy?
Yes.
And did you actually end up buying a paternity test for him?
Yes.
And where did you buy that?
Walgreens.
And did you get that paternity test to the defendant?
Yes.
Where did you take it?
Well, he took it. I took it to him at the hospital.
Now, I'm going to take you to the night of February 1st of 2022. Where were you at the beginning of that evening?
At the beginning of that evening, I was at home.
And is that at the Stacy Roadhouse?
Yes.
We had two. Yes.
And what were you doing?
Pretty much just planning my daughter's birthday, my birthday, just at home.
Now, at the beginning of the evening, did you have Aaliyah?
Yes.
Did you keep her the whole night?
No.
Where did she go?
With her father.
Did he come pick her up?
Yes.
And later that night, did you end up going out?
Yes.
Now, before you went out, were you supposed to meet Mr. Isabelle that evening?
Yes.
Do you remember about what time that was supposed to happen?
6.
And where were you supposed to meet?
At my house.
Why were you meeting?
He wanted to talk to me and my mom about our relationship.
Your
Do
mom?
you know why you wanted to talk to your mom?
With her finding out about Daniel having a baby. So she found out about him having a baby, him being separated, and she felt like there was no more of the relationship that needed to be. So I guess with her knowing, he wanted to talk to me and her about it.
Are you and your mom close?
Yes,
Is she a protective mom?
yes,
Does she want the best for you?
yes,
Now, did he ever show up to that meeting?
no,
Was there anything significant about February 1st?
it was Brandon's birthday.
And do you recall how old he was turning in 2022?
25, 26.
Now, throughout that night of February 1st, 2022,
Yeah, having a meeting with her and her mom. A 25-year-old needs her mom to sit in to a meeting where he's going to tell, yeah, my side piece had a baby. What's the mom going to do? Slap him across the face and say, well, you're not putting your dirty thing in my girl anymore. Maybe that mom should have had a conversation with her daughter before that. Fixed a few problems down the line.
did the defendant text you?
Yes,
We talked about this a little bit, but did you stay at Stacy Road all night?
no.
Where did you go?
I went to my cousin's house,
And what's your cousin's name?
my Asia.
Is she your blood cousin?
Oh, no, we just grew up together.
Is she someone you've known for a long time?
Yes,
And was it early evening that you went to see Asia or later? Do you remember?
late evening, I want to say around 10 o'clock.
And why were you going to meet Asia?
I went to give her a deposit for my nails for my birthday.
And where did Asia live at that time?
I can't give the direct address, but it was between North 2nd and Chelsea
And was she living in a house or apartments?
apartment.
At that time, what kind of car were you driving?
A 2018 Kia Soul.
Do you recall about how long you stayed at Maisha's?
Until 11.
And where did you go after that?
I was headed to Disneyland
Why were you going to Disneyland?
to get some need.
Now, during this night, are you still texting with Mr. Isabelle?
Yes,
Do you recall if he asked you to get anything at Dixie Queen?
yes,
Was that a little out of the ordinary?
yes.
Why is that?
He normally doesn't eat Disneyland.
Now, when you were still out and about, did Mr. Isabelle share his location with you?
Yes.
Do you recall where that location was?
Walgreens at Elvis Presley and Rains.
Was that something that the two of you normally did in your relationship, share locations?
No,
Was it odd to you?
yes,
Back at that time, what kind of vehicle
And
did the
then
defendant
they
drive?
have a Philly
a
stick.
Chevy Malibu,
And do you remember what color it was?
white.
I'm going to show you a picture, Exhibit 68, and see if you recognize it. Do you recognize that vehicle?
Yes,
Is that Brandon Isabelle's Chevy Malibu?
yes,
Was he driving it that night?
yes.
Did the two of you arrange to meet up?
Yes,
And where were you going to meet?
my house.
Now, who got to your house first?
Brandon,
And when you pulled up, where was he?
in my house,
Dixie
Was he
Queen.
inside or outside?
outside,
Was he coming out of the house or was he standing outside?
coming out of the house.
And what happened when he came out of the house?
I was trying to park my car normally under the tree where his car is located. I tried to park my car right there.
Let me stop just 1 second. Let me go back to Exhibit 7. Okay. So where would you normally park?
Under the tree, which is to the right of the Chrysler.
So over in this area?
Yes,
Okay. And then, so you pulled up And what happened next?
I was trying to get him to move his car so I could park to have him drive his car because he told me that he went and got gas. I didn't have any gas in my car. So when I told him to move his car, he told me we didn't have any time to move my vehicle. So we had to drive my car
And where were you going?
to his mom's house.
Why?
He told me that he got a call from Danielle's brother and that Danielle was missing and that he wanted to talk to Brandon about Danielle's whereabouts.
And so you left Stacy to go to, and to be clear, are we talking about Mr. Isabelle's mom's house?
Yes,
And is that the house in Cordova?
yes,
And who was driving?
me,
And to be clear, whose car were you in?
my car.
They get stopped in her car.
How was he behaving when you were in the car?
He was pretty much on his phone a lot, texting a lot.
Don't your ankles?
Having been in a relationship with him for a while, was he acting like he usually did?
No,
What happened when you got to his parents' house?
when we got to his parents' house, he went in. I stayed in the car for a minute, and then I got out. And when we went inside, Brandon was crying to his parents.
When you got to their house, did you have any weapons with you?
Yes,
What did you have with you?
I had my Smith & Wesson 40 caliber and a lime green bat.
And why did you have this with you?
After the phone call that Brandon's father had with Danielle's brother, that I think he got a text from some guy named Cortez, and he said that they was gonna come.
Just a second. There's an objection?
Which one?
Go ahead, please.
He received a text message from someone named Cortez, and that they said they was gonna come and do something. So with my defense, I went and got my weapons out of my car.
Now, did you normally have your gun with you?
Yes,
Did you normally have the bat in the car?
yes,
And did you move those items into the Blackberry house?
yes.
Now, while you were there, were the police called?
Yes,
And do you recall who called the police?
yes.
Who was it?
Brandon's mom.
And did officers arrive on the scene?
Yes,
Were you eventually taken down to the homicide office downtown?
yes,
And did you give a statement to them?
yes,
Do you remember how long you were there?
yes.
How long?
8 hours.
Now, did you end up giving the police your phone?
Yes,
And did you agree to allow them to search it?
yes.
I'm going to show you a couple of photographs and see if you recognize them.
If you promise never to ask any questions again, I'll answer it. The mom was killed. The 2-day-old baby was killed. This is the one who he was dating and gave a promise ring. You know how serious that is. And who allegedly was in beef with the baby mama and had tried to make him try to make her smart the baby. Because they're getting married, you know.
We'll take a look at those.
And the answer to the why did you have your weapon with you? It's called the Second Amendment, and it's none of your business.
Do you recognize those photos?
Yes,
And are those photos of your car that you were driving that night?
yes,
Did the police actually tell you to search your car?
yes.
Your Honor, I'd ask that those be the next exhibits. Exhibit 76 and 77.
Oh my.
May I have permission to publish, Your Honor?
Go ahead, please.
What is that a picture of?
My car.
It's such an ugly car.
And what is that a photo of?
My daughter's tablet, my daughter's face mask, her top, and 2 drinks, and the musical bag.
And was that the food you picked up that night?
Yes,
Did you even get a chance to eat it?
no,
Now, during your relationship with the defendant, did he have a gun at that time?
yes.
And do you recall what kind of gun?
Glock. It's a 9mm.
Where would he normally keep it?
On his person.
Did he keep it in a waistband or pocket? Would
Inside holster.
that evening, when you got to Stacy Road, was that the first time you saw Mr. Isabelle that evening?
That evening, yes.
Artesha, just to be clear, you said that you saw the defendant at Stacy Road for the first time that night, is that
Yes.
right? Had you seen him earlier that day of February 1st, 2022?
Yes.
And was that briefly at his house?
Yes.
I'll pass the witness.
Eric, can we just take a second to switch over?
Just a moment, please.
We weren't informed about it.
You want a 5-minute break? Jury out?
Yes.
5
Ladies
minutes?
and gentlemen, we'll take a 5-minute break. No discussion of anything. If you need any coffee or water, let us know.
Started 40 minutes ago.
Thank you.
It's very 1972.
Ms. Stewart, I'm going to ask you to step down in these next 5 minutes. You are still under oath. You are not to discuss your testimony with anyone. We'll call you back up whenever defense is ready. Recess.
What's that in recess?
That's weird. Someone must need a pee break. The courtroom looks like 1972. I'm actually expecting that they have a sunken living room and one of those space age televisions. But I think the audio is extremely good in there because they have all that carpet material to suck up the audio. So the audio is actually good in there. It's not as horrible as in other courtrooms. What did we learn from the baby mama? He acted strange, and they were supposed to talk about the relationship, and he went home and cried in front of his parents. Not a lot. And she had beef with the deceased. I'm still tripping on how a human being could just throw a baby in a river and just go about your day like nothing happened. That I just can't wrap my brain around. Sometimes court watching is kind of like when you go to the zoo and do this on the tiger cage, and the tiger just goes crazy on the other side, and you just look at it and think, that's a weird animal. You're not the same. You're not. I think people who does stuff like that. I don't know how many of you know the Bradley Yawn case. The way I think he had a sexual pleasure in talking about how he molested a 77-year-old lady. I rewatched it not that long ago, and I actually think he had a sexual pleasure in talking about his rape of a 77-year-old lady who just had a hip replacement. These people are not like you and I, hopefully. I hope we are just a little more evolved than people who will do stuff like this. It's the same with the trash man that you watched over at Recovery. Why do you get to that conclusion that, hey, it'll fix my problems? well, I'm going to throw her somewhere where no one's, well, you're going to throw her out in the open. Of course, someone will find her. At least go to the glades and toss her in, and the snakes or the gators can have her. But these people are, the thing I don't understand, and again, I've been doing jury duty for close to 16 years now. And you can sit and look at a person and you think, you look like you had everything going for you. You're handsome, you're thin, you had good parents, and you just made the wrong decision after the wrong decision after the wrong decision. I wasn't a good kid, but I listened to my dad where if I ever got to this, there would be trouble. So I never got in conflict with the police, for instance. But I've been in my fights and done bad stuff. But I never got. But these people just, yeah, I'll go up and slap someone in the face or just pull out a pew pew. And I don't know how people, because it's like we are not the same human species. It's like they lack something that the rest of us have. Negative Ghost Rider. The patter is fun and all immobile women and mentally disabled. Oh, that is full of all. Yeah. They lack empathy and forward thinking. It feels good for them in the moment. Yeah, it's probably that old trick you do. You want one now or three later, and they can't say, "Oh, I want three later." Est end was the best end. Yes, but that's the funny thing. They sit and talk about it in a truck cab that they know there's surveillance in, and think, well, fuck it, no one's going to hear it. And then they do it, and then they're surprised when they get caught. I just can't do it. Yeah, you could do boys will be boys stuff. Get into a fight or do some bad stuff now and again. But as my dad said one day, we were driving past the police station. If I'm ever picking you up in there, you're going to see what hell's like. Because my dad was a firefighter, and they knew all the police and firefighters would work together. If they need some crowd control or something, the firefighters would show up and help them out. And he said, if I'm ever picking you up in there, you will feel and know what hell is like. So I always knew never go just that step further. Even the time I was so drunk I fell asleep on the lawn outside of the police station, they woke me up and asked, hey, you want to come in and have a place to sleep? We're not arresting you. I was like, no, I'll be fine. I would rather walk the 2 kilometers home than, oh, I slept at the police station last night. And I was probably, this was just before I got deployed, I think. So I was old enough to, well, know better, but don't do better. Yeah, the problem is people don't consider the consequences, but you can see it's this evolving. It's going to go to the kids, because what does she do when she don't like her man and her man ain't treating her right? She's getting a new man, and her daughter is just going to come in and say, oh, this is Timmy, this is Tommy, this is Johnny. This is how you are an adult. No, that's not how you teach. You lead by example. That's why I had a rule that unless I had been dating a girl for a very long time, I wouldn't introduce them to my daughters. Because if I was just having fun, they don't need to have them in their life and have some kind of relationship with them, because that's just emotionally stressing them that they don't need it. My ex-wife had a big turnaround, and you could tell on the kids whenever, but then she got in with a very nice guy she was with for like 12 years, and he was great with the kids. But These people, they can't say, well, I have this small human being I have to take care of. No, I need to go out drinking, partying like I used to do. No, you don't. Take care of your kid. Then it has vacation with daddy. You go out and be 22. Just remember, that's if you can buy a paternity test at CVS, you can also buy a pack of fun balloons. That is the result of having a father that is involved in your life and have good parenting. That's not common in certain demographic circumstances, unfortunately, and it's so important. Well, it's I don't know if it's demographics or it's social economic groups, because I think it's across the line, and I think it's worse because now I talked about it earlier. Kids are being raised without borders because, oh, we can't say no to our kids, which is really bad for the kids. Firm but fair is how you should treat kids. But you can't do that anymore because, hey, man, kids are just human as well. No, they're not. Not until they're 18, and I'll still treat them like they're 5. I was a pretty stupid 25-year-old. Well, I was a father of 2 who had 2 deployments behind me at 25. I still did dumb things, but I had obligations. Many don't put their children first, self-centered morons. That's the thing. I had a friend I went to school with. Her baby daddy was on, either he was out on the drilling rigs in the North Sea or he was sailing a sailor. I can't remember. When he came home, he picked his kid up on Friday when it was his time, drove it to his mom. Then he went out drinking. Then maybe when he woke up with a hangover, he would take him to McDonald's on the Saturday, spend an hour with him, then leave him at the mom's again, go out drinking Saturday night, go pick him up around noon and bring him home to his mom. So he might have spent 3-4 hours with his kid over an entire weekend because he was out pounding beers and shots because that was more important. And I just don't get it, because you will never have that time again. And he was a youngish guy as well. I'm 27 now, and I have grown kids. I just spent a week drinking beer in Tennessee earlier this year. I can have those experiences now. I didn't miss it when I was 24 and newly 20. I got divorced when I was 26, I think. I didn't miss going out drinking every single weekend and all of that, because I did that from I was 13 till I was 21 and got deployed. I didn't need it. But some people just can't have that. Oh, I have a kid. I never killed anyone. At least they haven't found the corpses. The 18-year-olds of today are not the same as when we were 18. No, they are absolutely not. When I was elected to city council, I was on the subcommittee who took care of schools and education. And we had this called the youth contact, where if you needed some help, and it was kind of the transitioning from when you went out in Denmark, you'll do till 9th grade, and then you'll go in 3 directions. You either go to what's called gymnasium. That's where you go if you want to go on to university, or you can go to trade school like I did, to become a baker, become a chef, bricklayer, or you can go into business school if you want to be a secretary, whatever, work in an office. And to help ease the transition from public school to one of these 3, we had this youth contact. But because it's public and it's taxpayer money, they came and said, well, today everyone until 18 can contact them and have help if they need help with contacting social services, or they need help finding how do I apply for subsidies when I pay rent and all of that stuff. Could we just make it till they are 20, because that's normally when you leave one of those 3 schools after your public school. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. They're 18, they're adult, they can vote. When I left city council, even though I was against it, it had been raised till they were 25 years old. And we even had people suggesting everyone until the age of 30 should be allowed to go there. No, you go to your social worker. You go to your union if you have work problem. You go to a social worker at the city if you have no. So we can't figure stuff out. If you can't figure stuff out when you're 30, you should be denied the right to vote. That's but hey, everything when it's government paid. Trust any of these a-holes with a lunch order. I have had enough bad orders given to me at McDonald's to know none of these people should run my life. Hey, little D. That just foster learned helplessness. Yeah, and that's the problem, but it's also really smart, because then you don't mind that you pay as much. We pay a lot of taxes because we have this big welfare system that take care of us. And if you take all of the all of the personal responsibility away from you, you don't mind that Bonnie down at the city is the one who takes care of paying your rent and making sure that you fix your appointments and all of that. And you don't have any personal agency. It's just the world is going to hell in a handbasket. I need to win the lottery, and then I'm going to move to. I think I'm going to live like 3 months a year when the winter is bad in Denmark. I'm going to live somewhere down south. Then I'm going to invite Sue over, and we're going to sit out and talk on the Lene, drink her homemade moonshine. That's what she calls it. I'm at the pool. Yeah, if it's called a still, and it's made on is it called Swisher Sweets? That's where she makes her moonshine on. So we're going to sit on the Lene and drink moonshine and talk about how the world was way better when we were kids. And we're going to invite Brandon. He's going to cry. It's going to be fun. Round chicken, round cow. Does it
Someone
work
have
this
a
time?
remote?
Oh, I do. That, we figured it out to where we don't have to disconnect and
I
reconnect.
heard that Ms. Timmerman paid you a visit.
She did.
Don't move that, please.
I will not, I
Thank you.
promise.
I'm dyslexic. I don't know what a conjunction is.
Oh, and Your Honor, Mr. Massey we're not able to get a color exhibit printed. Can
See you
we
later, John.
substitute this tomorrow morning with the color version of it? When we publish it, it will be in color.
You will advise the court of what that exactly is, and when you try to enter it, you'll let me know, and you'll identify it on the record so that I can write it down, and Madam Court Reporter will know exactly what we're subbing out
Yes, Your Honor.
tomorrow.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I'm at 78.
Yeah, that's Sue. She makes a very weird moonshine.
Where is the witness? Okay, I see her now. Mr. Christensen, I could not see her.
You're in the courtroom.
Stewart. Ms. Stewart, if you please come forward and take the witness stand again, please. Before we broke, I indicated to you that you are still under oath. Mr. Massey has some questions for you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon, Mr. Stewart. You met Brandon, I believe, at FedEx
Yes,
in 2021
yes,
and began dating around June. You knew him before you began dating, right?
yes.
You began dating him around June.
Mhm.
And it's fair to say both of you were very attracted to each other.
Yes,
Kind of both fell hard into each other.
yes,
And fell in love with each other.
yes,
And you had a daughter named Aaliyah.
yes.
How was Brandon around Aaliyah?
He was very friendly, very caring for her.
And there were many occasions that he professed his love to you,
Yes,
both in person and on text.
yes,
And vice versa, you did the same with him.
yes,
He wanted you to marry him,
yes,
and you wanted to marry him.
yes,
If they could be, if they could get this drama that was all going on. So
yes.
we pass you up this place. Thank you, Ms. Moore. Ask if you can recognize that.
Yes,
And that's a text from you, isn't it?
yes,
And who is it to?
Brandon.
Okay. And what does it say? Ready to the jury, please.
The whole thing, or, okay. I said, well, I sent the picture and I texted him and I said, I just want you to be my protector, my home, my peace. Most importantly, my husband, I love you. And he texted me back and he said, I love you too, baby. Do I read the cutoff?
I'll put it up on the screen. Thank you. Sorry, man, everybody says the next number exhibit. Thank you, Mr. Wood. Now, open.
go ahead, please.
This is a picture of you and Brandon together.
Yes,
It was all smiles then, wasn't it?
yes,
And you told him you wanted, most importantly to do, you wanted him to be your husband.
yes,
And he wrote you back, texted you back, and said, we did the same thing back to you, I love you.
yes,
And when I love hard. I told you my goal yesterday over dinner, and that's my desire. We fought too much. And then there's more of the text that evidently cut off. But you two had discussed being married
yes,
and kind of formalizing your relationship.
yes,
And to you, I believe, a relationship, it was like a statement, wasn't it?
can you repeat that?
A relationship was like a statement of your relationship with each other.
Yes,
Yes.
Let me pass you this. See if you recognize it, please.
yes,
John, I've asked that we made the next number exhibit, please.
The line of questioning is just this: he's a good guy, isn't he? If you read the bottom of the text, said we fight way too much. So it's about cutting it off where he sounds like a good guy. again, to try and show he's a good guy. He would never ever do this. He's nice to her
Yes,
kid.
please.
Woohoo! Promise.
And
Woohoo!
who's the lady in the white t-shirt?
Me,
And what is that on your hand?
a ring.
And how did you come to have that ring on your hand?
Brandon bought it for me for Christmas.
Was it also a proposal?
No,
Was it a pre-proposal? Kind of.
promise ring, yes.
A pre-proposal is still a proposal if you're promising that you're gonna propose later, you idiot. The love I have for you is so unconditional. I want to give you my all. You're growing into the woman I want to spend life with every day, baby. You've changed me and my ways. I know it wasn't easy, lol. But you've also challenged me and guided me through this last year of life. You made me a better father, boyfriend, leader, and have stood by my side, defeated every obstacle with me, even when I'm mad. I can't with these 25-year-old that's 14 years old in reality.
And it was promising you that you would, that they were gonna work out and you two were gonna get married.
Yes,
And the letter that he wrote.
He's separated, think.
Him professing his love.
yes,
Yeah.
This love I have for you is so unconditional. I want to give you my all. You're growing into the woman I want to spend my life with.
Well, that's because every time you think, what is he promising you? This. He was separated, had knocked up another girl, and was dating this one. Yeah. Maybe find a little bit better man.
Every day, baby. You changed me and my ways. And you liked getting those letters from him at the
Yes.
time,
yes,
right? And you would send him backstory letters to him, or
yes,
texts.
text, yes,
And I believe at that Christmas time, when you got that ring, he also did a video of you both together.
yes,
And had a picture where you showed the jury. One of the nicknames he gave you was Wifey.
yes,
Right? Along with Cookie.
Mm.
And you call him Puddin'?
yes.
What is that? Cookie and Puddin'.
Just the names, big names,
That's
basically.
their names, too. But they have accident names.
Yes,
There was a problem with your relationship, right?
yes,
That problem was Brandon was still married,
yes,
although he was in a divorce. Right?
yes,
And he had a child
yes,
named Kingston,
yes,
and they were having a big custody battle over Kingston.
yes,
And Kingston came to your house a lot of times, didn't he? Or a
Yeah.
number of times.
Mm.
For your kid.
yes,
And in addition to Zaria, who he was having the divorce battle with, custody battle with, he also had with Danielle Hoyle, right?
yes,
Or he had been with her, and she had become pregnant,
yes,
and she was expecting a baby.
yes,
And so this caused you concern. You didn't know if you wanted to commit to this, did you?
yes,
But you loved him.
yes,
It was just, you had some concerns that you wanted ironed out.
yes.
Were you and Brandon ever living together?
No,
One of your concerns was, I believe, that you were concerned about taking on two other kids.
yes,
And if one kid's hard, and you get three, it's real hard.
yes,
And you weren't really fond of the idea of having more children.
yes,
And one one thing that you felt, I think, is that they ever say you felt very strongly that if Brandon loves you, he ought to be there with you.
Yes.
And not having to run around and do things for Danielle.
Yeah.
Like having to go take things up to the hospital.
Can you repeat that?
One of the things you didn't like was him not putting his foot down, right?
Yes.
And part of the things he was not putting his foot down about is Danielle and his family and her family calling him when they needed something.
No.
And he would, he wouldn't be with you, and he'd say, "I've got to go," and run over and do something.
Are you just
This was the girlfriend he had at the time where his old sexual partner was pregnant and he was separated from his wife. Because, hey, who doesn't have at least 2 side pieces?
referring to Danielle, or are you referring to Zaria and Danielle?
Well, of course, he had that probably from both.
Yeah.
Of course, Danielle was pregnant during this time. Zaria already had Kingston, and they were fighting again anyway.
Yes.
Y'all do much talking with Zaria.
No.
She was not easy to talk with, was she?
No.
Both of you, is it fair to say both of you questioned whether or not the child that Danielle was delivering, whether Brandon was the father?
Yes.
And that was important to you. You wanted that resolved too, didn't you?
Yes.
And this whole situation caused you a lot of stress,
No.
didn't it?
No.
Okay. Sometimes didn't you feel like it was difficult to go forward with the relationship under those circumstances? That's the stress I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay, so it would be fair to say that does cause problems with your relationship, prospering,
Yes.
and developing, and becoming a marriage, a family.
Yes.
And I'm going to state ask you, you two, as attracted as you were to each other, there was still on again, off again, break up, get back together, break up, make up. All right?
Yes.
Now, most of the time, who was it breaking up?
Me.
Wasn't him, hardly ever was it.
No.
Hey, Denise Christmas, been a while.
And when you did break off from him, he would beg you to come back.
Yes.
And that happened more than once.
Yes.
That happened each time they let her break up.
Yes. Well, they had broken up and he tried to
And-
get her back.
You would let him beg his way back
Yes.
because you love him too,
Yes.
despite the situation.
Yes.
I want to talk to you now about January the 31st.
Well, I haven't seen you in chat at Denise Christmas, but glad to see you in chat.
That was the day that Kennedy was born. Is that right?
Yes.
And did you talk to Danielle that day?
Yes.
Did you talk to Danielle while she was in the hospital?
Yes.
Did you talk to her while she was in labor?
No.
Right before she had the baby?
After.
You talked to her after she had the baby?
Yes.
And your body DNA test,
Yes.
did you bring it to the hospital?
Yes.
And you and Brandon had discussed this DNA test a number of times, as you know.
Yes.
And the purpose was to see if he was the father.
Yes.
And Danielle wanted him to sign the birth certificate after Kennedy was born. She didn't want him to, did she?
No.
Was a swab done that day for the DNA test on Kennedy?
To my knowledge, yes. That's what I was told.
I'm talking now about February the 1st. Let me go back just a bit. On the 31st, you come up to the hospital. You talked to Danielle, and did you talk to Brandon?
Yes,
Where had you been before going to the hospital?
I was at a friend's house in Fraser.
Okay. Was he with you? Was Brandon with you?
No,
How did you never come to the hospital?
I was talking to Brandon.
Okay.
Well, she gave him the DNA test
You
to
all
bring
talked
to
a
the
lot
hospital.
about, didn't you?
Yes,
You FaceTime a lot too.
yes,
And even when you broke up, had one of these like parts, you would still text
yes,
and talk
yes,
and FaceTime.
yes,
You just wouldn't meet personally when you were having these
yes.
breakups. On February the 1st, you had to work at FedEx, right?
Yes,
And while you were traveling there, you were on the phone with Brandon.
yes,
And before you got to work, you had to drop your daughter, Leah. How old was she? Was she then?
then she was 11 months.
And you had to drop her off at your god aunt's house.
Yes,
And that was in Cordova.
yes,
And generally, oftentimes your aunt and your god aunt will be able to keep Leah for you all day while you work.
yes,
But this day she couldn't, could she?
no,
She had somewhere she had to be, and so you left 4:30.
yes,
About 12:30,
yes,
and you picked up Leah,
yes,
and that was at the Cordova house where your god aunt lived.
yes,
And that road, that street that your god aunt lives on, is the same street that Brandon's parents live.
no,
Real close?
it's close.
Okay. And on the way back from picking Leah up, did you see his car was there?
Yes,
Did you stop?
yes,
Were you making up by this time, or was this still in flux as far as your relationship?
it was still rocky.
Still rocking? You
Yes,
still wasn't sure? Right?
yes,
He was sure, you just weren't sure, right?
yes.
When you stopped at his house, did you stay there long? Did you guys talk a long time
Yes,
there?
everyone was at FedEx.
Not to what I remember, no.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is because I know you said to the state a moment ago that you went down to Harbor Town and talked with him, met him there and talked.
Yes, on the 31st.
That was on the 31st. Okay. All right. What did y'all talk about?
We talked about our relationship.
And how you could fix it? Or what? How it could,
Wasn't sure.
and so
Wasn't sure about the relationship.
what you could do about it? To make it work, whether or not you were willing to
Yes,
give into this? It was a big commitment, wasn't it?
yes,
And you were very cautious about it
yes,
and reluctant about it,
yes,
even though you loved him and wanted him to be your husband.
yes.
How long did you stay at Brandon's house when you stopped on the way back from your daughter's?
I think I lived, how long did I stay?
Yeah,
I
you remember, I
stayed
know it's not
probably
that.
want to say about 15, 10 minutes, 30 minutes.
He sounds as old and slow as Cosgrove. He's so slow. Thank you, Tash, for being a new member, and thank you, Denise Christmas. I know you didn't say you missed me, but I'm assuming you did. Denise Christmas, I miss all of you when I don't see you. See, I remembered your name. So it's been a hot minute, but I'm glad you're back. So now I can make your Christmas tree on your post-it note again. See, Denise Christmas. And thank you, Tash, for becoming. You've been a member before, I know. He's an old and slow Lauren Fox. Lauren Fox is his name. Okay. I just like when you check in,
And
like all my kids. Just let me know you're there.
Was Brandon crying?
Yes.
I believe you were asked, was he crying real tears? And the answer was
Yes.
yes. Why?
About our relationship.
About you, right? He
Yes.
loved you, he
Yes.
wanted you with him.
Yes.
Did you resolve anything at that time?
No.
Did you hug?
Can you repeat that?
Did you hug? Did you hug? Were you physically involved while you were in that at his house?
No.
Just talk.
Yes.
I'll be right.
And I guess one of the things that I think you used the word drama when you talked about it previously.
Yes.
You were the one bringing the drama. He was the one bringing the drama with Child and Mary
Yes.
and with Danielle, and she's delivering something.
Yes.
You got two women there and children,
Yes.
and that's the drama. And you didn't know if you wanted to step in,
Yes.
but you didn't always have to. Did you?
No.
You told him though that y'all worked together and you cared about him.
I guess, yes.
So,
Yes.
but you told him you didn't want to deal with that drama.
Yes.
Okay. And that you shouldn't have to.
Yes.
And you left Brandon's, you went home.
Yes.
Stayed there most of the day.
Yes.
Was I there?
Yes.
Was your mom?
Yes.
Was your mom working?
No.
She's babysitting Aaliyah a lot, I'd say.
Yes.
Grandmother would love to do that, don't
Yes.
she? And sometime late that evening, probably around 10 o'clock, that's when you went to your cousin's house,
Yes.
or apartment.
Yes.
And apartment number 306.
Yes.
And you got there probably in the neighborhood of 10:30 at night.
Yes.
That's on the first, right? February 1st. And you didn't stop on the way up there anywhere else.
No.
You went straight to her place because Brandon was coming to your house later.
Yes.
And you let your mom know,
Yes.
and she would let him in that way.
Yes.
Your cousin's apartment, was that in the Harbortown area?
No. Downtown area, Chelsea and Second.
But to go to that place, wouldn't you go over the bridge like it goes into Harbortown
No.
on A.W. Willis?
No.
While you were at your cousin's, and I think you went there to put down a deposit, right?
Yes,
For your nails, to get your nails done?
yes.
How much did it cost to get your nails done?
To get my nails done in total or the deposit?
Is it that big?
I did my deposit for 60. My nails overall was 85.
And Brandon texted you while you were at your cousin's.
Yes,
Where are you? Right?
yes,
Because he was already at your house.
yes.
And did you, give him your location in, your locator, where you push it on your phone and he can tell where you are?
Yes,
Okay. You sent your location to him, that's what I'm looking for.
yes,
Okay. And told him that you're on the way, they're coming.
yes,
And that was probably in the neighborhood of 11:30.
yes,
You stopped by one Dixie Queen that was closed.
yes,
Stopped by the second one that was still open.
yes,
And so you went in and got some food.
yes,
Took it with you.
yes.
While, since you were just leaving your cousin's, Brandon went to Walgreens.
Yes.
And how do you know that?
He sent his location.
The location services showed him going to Walgreens.
Yes,
And you got you a single rose, a red rose.
I wasn't aware of it.
Did you come to find out later
Yes,
that you're a red rose and some candy?
yes.
When you got home, he was very anxious. Is that a fair description?
Yes,
And he told you about the brother contact.
Thank you again, Denise Christmas. Now it's decorated, and there's a little gnome hiding behind the tree.
him on Facebook.
yes,
And he told you about the brother saying that Danielle's car was missing, and she was missing, and the baby was missing.
he told me that Danielle's car been found abandoned and they wanted to talk to him about her whereabouts.
Okay. And they wanted to come talk to him.
Yes,
He asked if they could come to your place,
yes,
and you said,
no,
more than no. You said
Yeah.
H no, right?
yes,
Okay. And you met that.
yes,
So he gave you his mom and dad's location,
yes,
and you guys went over there.
yes,
Did you feel like he may be in danger?
no,
They were mad at him.
yes,
Didn't the threatening text that you talked about at the state say, hey, bitch, we're gonna come, we're gonna come see you?
yes,
So that's a threatening text.
yes,
And well, when you went over to his parents' home, you took your pistol,
yes,
40 caliber,
yes,
and you carried it in your backpack. You
yes,
had your backpack with you,
yes,
and you had your, what'd you say, it was a lime bat?
yes, lime green,
Lime green baseball bat.
yes.
And why did you bring those things?
Once I heard about the text message, that's when I got my weapons, because at that moment I felt like I was in danger.
And you already said he was anxious. You felt like he may be threatened too? Certainly his mom did.
Yes,
Because once you got to his house and the telephone call to his dad and this last threatening text, That's when his mom called the police.
Yes.
Along with the bat, did you leave the machete, it wasn't quite a machete, but it was like a machete, in the car?
Yes.
You didn't take it in with you?
No.
What?
And you were gonna stand by Brandon
Yes.
in this time of trouble? Right? Because he's still looking.
Yes.
At one point, I think the state was asking you about Brandon wanting to talk to your mom,
Yes.
and you didn't get to talk to her, I don't think, at that time. You texted.
No.
You messed this up, this situation.
Did I get it correct? The night of when he called her, he said, B word, we're gonna come over. And she brought her pew pew, her green baseball bat, and a machete. What? Why is there machetes in every case? Machete.
That help refresh your memory.
Yes, in December.
Not sure exactly when that was, but there's no date there on that book.
It is
I guess what is the date, please?
December 23rd.
Okay. That was right around the time that you got the ring.
Yes.
Did you buy him a ring, guys, today?
Can you repeat that?
Did you buy him a ring also? You did not give it to him?
No.
I'm gonna ask everybody to give it, please.
This is 3 pages, collective 80, or do you want to do 88, 182?
Oh,
Thank you.
Hey, Alicia A, and thank you for a year.
yeah, Mr. Ron,
Yes, sir.
you want to come in a little bit? Oh, I can see. This is a text that Brandon sent to your family. Oh, I tried to tell him how much he loved him.
Yes.
Says y'all might have heard this before, but I love Artesha so much. Y'all, like for real. I feel she changed me. Used to be a cheater to my old women, but I don't even do that anymore, honestly. 100%. I've given her my full undivided attention, affection, love, and faithfulness. I think she makes me a better father, honestly. This was on the 23rd, right? What day did he give you that ring? Was it on Christmas Day or
Christmas.
Christmas Day? This was right before he gave you the ring.
Yes.
She meant a lot to him, and now he just wants to spoil you. And by
And it was in a group called La Familia. So maybe we can go back and see it because I don't think he's going to read all of it. Y'all might have heard this before, lol. But I love Artesha so much, y'all. Crying emoji. Like, for real, I feel she changed me. Used to be a cheater to my old woman. But I don't even do that anymore, honestly. Sure. I've given her my full undivided attention, affection, love, and faithfulness. Like, I think she makes me a better father, honestly. She makes me see what's more important in life. She has goals that I want to help her accomplish. She means a lot to me. I want to just spoil her. She has took on and accepted everything that has come with me, and I don't think I'll ever stop thanking her. She hasn't given up on me at all. She has my back on everything and is tackling all the battles with me. I've been with this woman since she was pregnant, wasn't together then, but I've still been with her since she was pregnant through all the ups and downs. I've seen this woman change and grow daily. I've seen her in full mother mode daily. I've seen her change her thought process and outtake outlook on things. I've process and but take on no, that's, I think that's because it's the same. No, process and outtake on things. I've seen moments she was the bigger person and walked away from the situation without reacting to it, etc. She grows daily into a woman I want to see myself with every day. So he started dating her when she was pregnant with her kid. What? Got a long path ahead of us to determine that, but I can say the start of the path is beautiful. I love my baby Artesha. Seeing her play with my Kingston, is that what you call it? Well, some call it the Dominator. Makes me crave her love even more. This potential baby, I've seen her begin to accept it and seen her put her pride to the side in situations dealing with the Danielle girl. Oh, it's about he's been with the girl that's pregnant. That's Danielle. Jesus Christ. She's trying to get me to not buy her anything for Christmas, lol. But I know that's a stunt because I said okay and she got mad. I wasn't listening to her anyway because I've already spoiled her and I got her two things I know is gonna make her cry. I've already finished shopping for Kingston and Alicia, and she bought Kingston Christmas presents too. Like, I want her forever, is what I'm trying to say, lol. Her family accepts me like a son. Her daughter already looks at me as her father. She smiles so hard when she sees me. She always wants me. She just fills me with joy thinking about her. I just pray we last. Oh, this must be his family then that he wrote this to. Are we 14 years old? Sorry.
For real. I feel she changed me. Used to be a cheater to my old women, but I don't even do that anymore, honestly. 100%. I've given her my full undivided attention, affection, love, and faithfulness. I think she makes me a better father, honestly. This was on the 23rd, right? What day did he give you that ring? Did it on Christmas Day or
Christmas.
Christmas Day?
Mm.
This was right before he gave you the ring.
Yes.
She mean a lot to him, and now he just wants to spoil you. And basically, he's telling your family what a wonderful person you are,
It's her
Yes.
family.
and how much he loves you,
Yes.
and how much he wants to be a part of your life.
Yes.
I'll just give it a thumbs up if people write these long messages.
And if I may pass this text up to you. Ask if you could help with the time frame on that a little bit too, please.
Well, I don't have time frame on it.
You recall that one? Is that from you or is that from him?
From me.
You recognize it as being from you?
Yes.
I'd answer that would be made the next number too.
I don't call people. They might want to talk to me.
That's 2 pages, collective 81 is what I am. Thank you.
I think it would be fair to say that's close to around January 26th. Would you? Because after, the rain thing in December,
I don't know.
remember? And basically what this, it says the jury can read it when they're in the back with it, but if you tell him how much you love it, you love him.
Yes,
It's almost what apologizing for some of the times that you back away. And it was just a tough situation, wasn't it?
yes,
At the last of it, you say you're my first real relationship and hopefully my last. And you signed that to Isabel's,
yes,
because you wanted to be his wife.
yes.
Yes.
Last one I'll pass up to you, please. For the January 31st date.
Yeah, she's actively trying to talk into it. No, I didn't. Can he make it easier for me to ship it over, because I'm really stuck with the new rules. I just see these steps over here. That's the same that
Text
you had in those
on the January 31st,
lowered living rooms.
2022.
Yes.
And is it from Brandon to you?
No, we won't.
Can you
Small
repeat?
truck.
Is it from Brandon to you?
Yes,
And in it, what does he tell you?
basically that he loves me.
And that's definitely made the next exhibit you're on, please.
To be clear, earlier, before we started, this is the one that you want to basically use as a placeholder until we can get a color copy we anticipate on tomorrow.
We're gonna show it in the color copy, but we're gonna replace it with a color
For
copy.
the purposes of the record, this is going to be 82 that has to be swapped out.
Thank you.
Is that, do we have a number to give it for the?
82?
Let's see it. His question is just, isn't he a nice guy?
May I publish that? Can
It's published, Mr. Massey.
you make that bigger?
This is more amateur hour than me trying to put a Zoom call on.
Okay.
It kind of does.
Again, on January 31st, he's writing to you, calling you wifey,
Yes,
and he's basically looking forward to spending his life with you.
yes,
And telling you he loves you.
yes.
One more, please, Mama. Thank you, Mr. Stewart. Got other questions?
Any redirect from the state?
Just briefly, Your Honor. Ms. Stewart, the night of February 1st of 2022, you testified that you and Brandon were texting throughout the night, is that right?
Yes,
And when you ended up meeting up in your vehicle, did he tell you whether he had seen Danielle that night?
yes.
What did he tell you?
He said that he met her in a Mapco and exchanged baby clothes.
Now, I want to just briefly talk to you about that last exhibit, Exhibit 82. So you said this green portion, that is a message that Mr. Isabelle sent to you, is that correct?
Yes,
And the blue portion, is that your response?
yes,
Are you able to read that to the jury?
yes. I said, just take care of your children, Brandon.
That's all I have.
Mr. Massey?
After reading that, you told me just take care of
No.
the children.
Yes.
She met with him later.
Thank you.
Thank you. You may sit down. Please approach. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen.
She's a tiny little thing. But he was a really nice guy, and he gave this lady a promise ring, and he wanted to be with her forever now. And he stopped cheating for real. Anyone who tells you they stopped cheating didn't stop cheating. I know that because I stopped cheating. Yeah. Oh, the children. Just take care of your children. We don't have proof, but it seemed like we're all suspicious of her. But she has an alibi because she was with her friend until 11 o'clock, where she went to Dixie Queen to pick up some food. She shared her Snapchat or whatever. She shared her address. They have that, and they have his phone with the GPS on. We haven't seen that yet, but that's what they said in the opening statements. So she is kind of clear. And she didn't want him back. They're talking about all these good things they did for each other at Christmas and the promise ring and all of this BS. But they had broken up again by the time she was having the baby. And she was the one who was such a 304 that she told him, this is a paternity test. Go check that it is your baby. But asking for a paternity test and pew-pewing someone, that's...
Go ahead, please. State of Tennessee?
Yes, Your Honor. The state of Tennessee called Sergeant Jason Bledsoe.
Oh, we're getting one more.
Sergeant Bledo, come forward. Watch your step. Stand right here. Raise your arm, raise your right hand.
Dixie Queen has two places. One is 24 hours open. The other is open from
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth?
8 till 11, I think.
Thank you, sir.
They have Philly sandwiches.
Please
Hot
state
dogs,
your name.
burgers.
Yes, sir. My name is Jason Bledsoe, JASON,
Where do you work?
the Memphis Police Department.
Do you have a rank at the police department?
I'm a sergeant.
Sergeant Bledsoe, how long have you been at the police department?
A little over 24 years now.
What's your current job assignment there?
With the digital forensic unit, we examine the mobile devices from bureaus, mainly homicide.
So when you say mobile devices, what are you talking about?
Cell phones, tablets, even a drone if one was brought in.
Do you have any training or experience in relation to evaluating mobile devices?
I did, yes, sir.
What type of training experience?
It's kind of a long story. I'll try to make it short for you best I can. 1993, I joined the United States Air Force. I did active duty for about 6.5 years. 2000, I got out and joined the Air National Guard. Following that year, I joined the Memphis Police Department. And in 2007, I got called back to the military. I got detailed to the United States Army Counter-Drug Task Force. And they trained me to be an intelligence analyst, and I was assigned to the Drug Enforcement Administration here in Memphis, Tennessee. There, my 2 years with them, I was trained to use Celebrite. Celebrite's software and hardware that is able to take mobile devices and extract the data without altering or adding anything to the device, and examine that into a category portion report. From there, they also taught me to use PLX software. PLX software is basically able to take call records and analyze that as well, and make it more understandable.
thank you for spending the last on your Google Play account on me. Thank you so much, Adrienne. I'm trying to Googling your name, but it doesn't pop up. So see what furniture you have.
After the 2 years I was there, I went back to the Memphis Police Department, and shortly after I became a task force officer, I was assigned to the DEA again, and I did approximately 8 years with them. I was able to use my analytical skills that I learned as being an intelligence analyst for the cases I was working here in Memphis and abroad. In 2019, I got promoted to sergeant, and they moved me to the digital forensic unit. Once I got there, I was trained and recertified to use the Cellrite software and the PLX, and we also have a software called Breakkey. Breakkey is another type of tool that's able to extract data from a device without altering or changing anything from that device.
You mentioned the Cellrite certifications. What certifications do you have?
Currently, I have the Cellrite and PLX.
Do you have to do anything to maintain or update those certifications?
Yes, sir. Every 2 years, we get recertified with the Cellrite software.
In your career, about how many device or mobile device extractions do you think you performed?
To date, I've extracted approximately 1,300 devices.
During this time, State of Tennessee would tender Sergeant Bledsoe as an expert in the area of
Yes.
Forensic mobile device examinations and extraction.
10 Eastern, I believe.
Thank you.
We'll start. That's
Sergeant
what
Bledsoe, I'd like to
I'm
direct
saying.
attention back to February 2nd of 2022. Were you working on that day?
I was.
Were you in your current job position at that time?
I was, yes, sir.
Were you involved in an investigation regarding Danielle Hoyle and Kennedy Hoyle, who were missing at the time?
Yes, sir. Earlier that morning, I'm part of the CAR team, which is a child abduction response team. It basically calls in when a child's been abducted here in Memphis. I got called in earlier that morning to see if I could assist on any devices that came in related to that case.
To your knowledge, were there any devices that had been recovered relating to this case?
Yes, sir. We received advice from Brandon Isabelle.
And to your knowledge, what was Brandon Isabelle's involvement at this point in the investigation?
Boyfriend.
Boyfriend of who?
I can't recall the female's name. I apologize.
Was it the female who was deceased at the time, Danielle Hoyle?
Yes, sir.
And did you receive that cell phone?
I did. Yes.
Or may I approach, pass an object to the witness?
Yes.
I don't see it.
Sergeant Bledsoe, I passed you an object. Would you take a look inside, please, and tell me if you recognize it?
Well, you're talking about why he has the gray behind. It's because it's a verified account. He makes something that YouTube recognize, kind of like Shizzy has a verified music account. So they'll get that, oh, fancy verified account. See?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
This is an iPhone 11 Pro with a SIM card attached to the back of it.
Is that the
verified
iPhone
I
11
don't
Pro
have that.
belong to Brandon Isabelle that you performed an extraction of?
Yes, it is.
Once you received that phone, what did you do with it?
Once we received the phone, as you can tell, the SIM card was taped to the back of it. The reason we take the SIM card to the back of it, sometimes the investigator couldn't put it in airplane mode, so it wouldn't communicate with the tower. If it was to communicate with the tower, they can actually remotely wipe that device, all the data that's on that device by logging into their account. So if it wasn't put in airplane mode, we take the SIM card out, tape it to the back, so we will not communicate with the tower. We also, I believe on this case, we were given the passcode for this and also a warrant. So we reviewed the warrant, make sure the warrant had the correct data on it, and the passcode that was given to us, we verified it and locked the device.
Sergeant Bledsoe, is there anything else inside that envelope other than the phone itself?
That's the case that was the device was in.
The case that, the device that as you received it?
Yes.
During this time, state has been marked as the next number exhibit number 83.
So this is an envelope containing both the iPhone 11 and a protected case?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have to have 100,000 subscribers to be verified. So
Sergeant Bledsoe, in preparation for your testimony, did you prepare a PowerPoint to explain the extraction process of the cell phone?
I did. Yes.
Your court permission has to display that PowerPoint on your page.
Go ahead, please.
Here, maybe approach briefly while we do that.
Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. Sergeant Bledsoe.
Did Recovery Addict hit 65,000 subscribers yesterday? Was that what the number I heard?
Sergeant Bledsoe, is this the PowerPoint that you prepared?
Yes, sir. It is.
This first slide that you have prepared, what is it?
It's just describing the overview of the whole case. We're on February 2nd, 2022. Sergeant Trina brought me the device that belonged to Brandon Isabelle. Also advised that he had a warrant for the device, gave me the passcode, and they were requesting a report of date range from January 1st to February 2nd.
I knew him when he had less than.
From here, basically, the extraction was done with a great key. The great key was able to extract data off the device, use that
10 times
data,
that.
put it in a cell right, to make a regular report that it's easier to understand and it's categorized by messages, call logs, stuff like that.
So when you pull information off of a phone using Great Key, can you just open it up and look at it on a computer without running it through any type of software?
No, sir. I mean, it's usually put up into a zip file, and Great Key's able to put a hash on it, where it's basically, it cannot be altered. And if it was to be altered, then they could run a hasher on it to see if that file has actually changed.
And then in this next slide, there's two photographs. What are those photographs?
The first one's a picture of the device with it turned on. It's a picture with a male and a little kid, and the other one's backside of the device with the SIM card.
Is that the phone that you performed the extraction on?
It is.
The same one you showed the jury just a moment ago in exhibit 83?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, Buzz, let's talk about extractions. What is an extraction on a cell phone?
So extracting the data off the device can be done in several different ways with different kind of software out there. In this case, we did Great Key was able to actually do a full file system off that. That's basically taking the full file system off it, copying it completely, and then able to boot it and celebrate. File system is pretty much more in depth compared to the other extractions. You're able to get a lot more data compared to the other one. So having the passcode with it being unlocked, you can sometimes recover deleted data as well with that kind of extraction.
So is it fair to say that you're making pretty much an exact copy of that phone?
Correct.
Or the data that's on there?
Yes, sir.
And in this slide, I think you're talking about the actual software that you use. What software did you use?
Because I'm a
For the extraction, we use Great Key, and for the analyzing, we use Celebrate.
You mentioned there was a full system extraction. How does that differ from other types of extractions?
So sometimes when we can't get into the device, we have a SIM card extraction. That's the first one you see up there. That's just that little card you put into your SIM card tray, and that's what's going to communicate with the towers. Back in the old days, that SIM card had photos, it had all the good stuff on there. These days, it's mainly just your phone number. So if we can't get anything much off of the device, we'll at least pull the phone number off of that device. So that's a SIM card. The second one is the file system. That's basically what I was just talking about. That's taking the file system directly off the device, and everything that a user, when you look at the device, puts on the interface of that, I can get the things you cannot see, all the files that's behind all that. The logical, not as in more depth compared to a file system, but I can do categories where I extract like just your call log, your text messages, your photos, your videos, and stuff like that.
And is there another type?
Yes, the last one's like the physical. Physical, basically, it can bypass the whole phone. If you have a swipe pattern, anything like that, it would get directly everything off the device, even all the deleted data. The physical and the full file system that Great Key produces pretty much similar in definition.
And then in this slide that you prepared, what is type information?
This right here is just kind of the case information describing what it was, who brought the phone in, the case number, it's Apple iPhone 11 Pro, the phone number that's being assigned to it, which can be helpful if you end up getting call records from the phone company, so you could do the tower mapping. And then the passcode that was that actually unlocked the device.
So what was the phone number for this phone that you performed the extraction on?
It's the one highlighted in red. It's 1901-340-4649.
And below that, there's another thing called the IMEI. And there's a long number after that. What is that?
That's basically the mobile equipment identifier. That's just like another serial number for it to identify that as that device.
Is it specific to an individual device?
Yes, sir.
No two devices have the same IMEI, is that correct?
That's correct.
What is this we're seeing now on the screen?
So the Great Key software is kind of neat. When we plug it in, it actually, once it identifies the phone, it would actually do a progress report. The progress report tells me exactly what it is. Is there a device name? Did he name his device? Like, Brandon's device or Brandon's iPhone. It tells me the model number, which is the iPhone 11 Pro, serial number, phone number that I just talked about, the OmniEye. And then if he has his account set up, if he's logged into his Gmail, iCloud, or stuff like that, it'll produce that kind of information. Because sometimes if you can't get in a phone, that iCloud account information, you could actually send a warrant to iCloud or Gmail and request their records to dig a little bit deeper into the data that you could get off the device. But if they backed up the device, then I could get that data.
You mentioned earlier about hash verification.
Yes, sir.
What is that?
Hash is basically like a fingerprint. When we finish these reports, Great Key produces an automatic hash for a fingerprint. And it's able to basically say, here's that special number that's provided for this one device. If you're able to go, if you go in there and make another extraction of that one thing and change it or alter it, that hash will be different. So when I do this Great Key report and I generate the Cellbrite report and finalize it, it zips it all up and there's this one, that's a SHA-256, it's a secure hash algorithm, and that basically provides that fingerprint for that. So when the investigator opens it, he can run a hash against the file I just gave him to see if it actually matches up to what this Great Key report produced.
And that would tell that person whether anything's been altered with since the extraction has been done.
Correct. Yes. And this pretty much was what I was basically covering, the hash values, the fingerprint for the zip file that's provided. There are two different algorithms widely used. It's the MD5, which is the message digest algorithm. And then you have the secure hash algorithm, 256-bit. That's what it's basically talking about.
Are these different ones different in their level of security or anything?
The
like that?
SHA-256 is a little bit longer digits. It makes it a little bit harder to have exact same two hash numbers ever. So there's not much difference. They do the same thing.
In this case, what type of hash value was created?
For this, actually, Great Key does the SHA-256 and the MD5. It will produce both of them for you.
Were you able to successfully perform an extraction in this case?
I was.
And did it generate a hash value for that extraction?
Yes, sir. For the actual file system itself, the zip file that it's provided, the SHA-256, that extremely long alphanumeric number is the number that should be the exact same for the file system when it's hashed out later on.
Once there's an extraction completed, is it saved in a certain format?
Yes, sir.
What type of format is it saved into?
It's usually kind of put up in a zip file and saved as a file system file.
You mentioned about Great Key, you mentioned also about Cellbrite.
Correct.
Is Cellbrite a tool that is used in analyzing phones?
Yes, sir.
What type of file format does something need, a phone extraction need to be saved into?
Celestial Force is clapping cheeks. You nasty girl.
For the next investigator to perform a Cellbrite evaluation?
So the good thing about Cellbrite, it not only doesn't just read the zip file, it will actually extract data as well, just like the Great Key. It's just the Great Key is a little bit more tuned more towards an iOS device, the Apple devices, stuff like that. But once you get the reports open, you're able to sit there and make a PDF report of the data you give them, an HTML report, a UFDR report, Universal Forensic Device report, and XML reports. So there's several.
I would just like to say, I did a test drive of that and it worked great on my test drive.
Sure, Jan. Judge Hooks, may I see you?
In this case, after you performed the extraction, was it that later on passed on to another investigative officer to your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
And that officer then performed the actual analysis itself?
That's correct.
State with us.
That's all. It was just how to obtain. Oh, he didn't even look at the data. He just extracted it.
Sergeant Bledsoe, you indicated that you had utilized Gray Key.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Gray Key has multiple functions, right? Ways that it can operate.
That's what you mean.
So if you have a passcode like you did here, it's easy.
Yes, sir.
But it also has a means by which to try to break into phones.
That's correct.
And you basically hook a phone up and it will just start running codes.
Yes, ma'am.
And it can take 5 minutes, it can take 5 years.
That's correct.
Okay. Now, is that what you were talking about when you said, if we're able to get an extraction? That sometimes if you don't have that passcode, you can't get into the phone?
Sometimes it really depends on the device, and also depends on the iOS the device is running. If the software hasn't been updated or upgraded to that iOS, then sometimes it will not get you anything. It just produce you a progress report. Without that, then if you can get the SIM card out, then just go to the Cellbrite and get the SIM card out and use Cellbrite to actually analyze the SIM card.
Okay. But my question is, if you don't have the passcode, getting into the phone is much harder, right?
Correct.
Okay. And in this case, you were provided the phone, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And along with the phone, you were also provided the passcode.
Correct.
And those came from Sergeant Torina.
Yes, ma'am.
Was that at the direction of Sergeant Boyd? Do you know?
I do not know.
That's all I have.
Can you redirect?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You may sit down.
Your Honor, may we approach briefly?
Please. Pardon me again. I'll be right with you.
Is this the ASL translator? Who? Oh, American Sign Language. I was thinking, isn't that the muscle wasting disease? No, that's LS. SL. That's a disease, sounds something like that. If your aunt had balls, she'll be your uncle. And if my mom had wheels, she would be a bicycle. Well, Lindsay Gaetani is also the town bicycle, but that's because everyone gets a ride, except Grant. Lou Gehrig's is ALS. I'm not that dumb. Well, I am kind of dumb, but yes, he is currently incarcerated. He has 2 murder convictions, murder charges against him. I don't think he has the money to. I actually think he's on a no money bond, whatever they called it. Yes, he's in prison, and of course they make him look as good as possible for trial. Just think, Brooks. What's his first name?
Your Honor, the state's next witness is Lieutenant Josh Stanley.
It's 11 o'clock. Come on.
Lieutenant Stanley, come forward, watch your step. Stand right here, face your raise your right hand.
Do you
Host
solemnly swear or affirm to tell the
unfaithful.
truth, sir?
I do, ma'am.
Please have a seat.
Errol Brooks. Thank you, Crispy.
Would you please state and spell your name?
Sure. Joshua Stanley, JOSHUA STANLEY,
Where do you work?
for the Memphis Police Department,
How long have you been with the Memphis Police Department?
19 years.
What is your
I
current
didn't
job
know that.
duty assignment in the police department?
Sure. I'm assigned to the Memphis Police Department's Real-Time Crime Center, where I'm the custodial records keeper for video surveillance, and I work on numerous technology projects.
What does the real-time crime center, surveillance center do generally?
Sure. Generally, it's a kind of is the brain for a citywide video surveillance grid that we have that you see throughout the city.
So those blue light cameras that you see driving down the streets of Memphis, Is that, were you referring to the real-time crime cameras?
Absolutely. The majority of the ones you see on city streets are owned and connected to the real-time crime center.
I think, was it not appropriate? I learned once.
I'd like to direct your attention back to February 2nd of 2022. Were you working on that day?
Yes, sir.
Were you involved in an investigation regarding deceased Danielle Hoyle and a missing child, Kennedy Hoyle?
Yes, sir.
What was your involvement?
I think everybody on duty that day was involved, right? We potentially were looking for a 2-day-old infant. So we were throwing every resource that we had in it. We had some information on a potential vehicle that was involved in the disappearance of the infant. We used various systems that we have at the Real-Time Crime Center to develop some preliminary search locations. One of those search locations was the north end of Mud Island at the boat ramp.
What was that car were you looking for?
So we were looking for a white Chevy Malibu, I believe.
Your Honor, if I may pass to the witness who was previously marked as the exhibit.
I can guarantee you won't get it. I tried to do it last night and I fell back asleep.
Or if I may publish on the TV.
Ellen, get some sleep.
Yes, Your Honor.
See you tomorrow. It'll probably be around 4 o'clock your time.
You mentioned you were looking for a white Chevy Malibu. Were you given a tag number?
We were, yes, sir.
What was that tag number?
It would have been this one, 3 November 36, Hotel 5.
And when you say November and hotel, are you referring to the letter N?
Correct, yes, I'm sorry. That's phonetic alphabet that we use, so we don't confuse letters when we're talking about them.
You mentioned that you have access to the real-time crime cameras. How are you able to try to track down or narrow where a vehicle may have been?
Sure. So we have some videos that, some video systems that work like traditional video systems that you may have that just record video. Then we have some what we call license plate reader cameras, right? And these cameras essentially work the same way that scanning a price tag might work. Okay, so vehicles pass them, they grab that information, they store it in a database that's searchable when law enforcement has a reason to search for those. So in this case, we ran this plate in this system that we have at the city, and we learned that this vehicle had crossed over the A.W. Willis Bridge onto Mud Island several times after we believe the victim was deceased.
When you ran that search, you mentioned several times. Was it over the course of one day or multiple days, if you recall, that it went over the A.W. Willis Bridge?
So I think it was several days in a row, if I remember correctly, but certainly during the target time where we're looking for the infant, right?
And when we're talking about the A.W. Willis Bridge, can you describe, where is that here in Memphis?
Sure. So it's the bridge that goes from what people would think of the Pench District over into Mud Island, into the roundabout, right? The tall bridge that we drive over to enter Mud Island. It's basically just one way in, one way out. There is an exit on the north end, but the majority of traffic uses the A.W. Willis Bridge to get on and off of Mud Island.
Now, may I approach to pass the witness a photograph?
Go ahead, please.
Since Stanley has passed you a photograph, do you recognize what that is?
Yes, sir. It's like a Google overview map of Mud Island and the city of Memphis.
Your Honor, as this item marked as State's Exhibit 84, excuse me, Exhibit 84.
No objection.
Your Honor, requesting permission to publish.
Go ahead, please.
Could you please kind of point out by describing on the map where the A.W. Willis Bridge is, and where Mud Island is?
Sure. So Mud Island would be the kind of P-shaped piece of land there next to the Mississippi River, to the right or to the east of it. And the A.W. Willis Bridge would be that bridge that you see crossing over that inlet of water just a little north of that big Cypress Lodge icon on the map. That would be it, yes.
When you look back at the license plate reader cameras on the AWS bridge, do you recall what were the dates and times that license plate was seen going over the bridge onto Mud Island?
I don't particularly remember the dates. I need to reference that material. There should be a Genetech report in the file.
Would reviewing that report refresh your recollection?
It would.
May I approach?
Yes.
I think she's just trying to class it up with some accessories. I like her. She's feisty.
Lieutenant Stanley, have you had a chance to look at that report?
Yes, sir.
Does that refresh your recollection?
It does.
When, in relation to February 1st, 2022, did the car drive over the AWS bridge on that day?
It did at 10:58 p.m. and then again at 11:16 p.m.
I'd also like to direct your attention to January 31st, 2022. Were there any instances on that day where the license plate associated with Mr. Brandon Isabelle drove over the AWS bridge onto Mud Island?
Yes, at 5:55 a.m. on the 31st.
Now, you also, may I approach you to retrieve that document, Your Honor? Lieutenant Bledsoe, you also mentioned that there are cameras, real-time crime cameras.
Correct.
Did you review any footage from those cameras?
I did.
Where specifically did you look when reviewing the footage?
So we looked at various places along Island Drive. We have quite a bit of video surveillance down there, and we were able to locate a white sedan, a white Malibu passing during those time frames, where we're also seeing the captures of the plate coming over the bridge.
Where is Island Drive?
Sure. So Island Drive is going to be the main drive running north and south on the island. Right there is a good indicator. Thank you. Yes, it's going to be the street that runs just east of the park when you're down at Mud Island, the main drag.
Are there real-time camera cameras on Mud Island?
Yes, sir.
Around about how many?
I would say probably a dozen.
Are there some situated along Island Drive itself?
Yes, sir.
When you reviewed those cameras along Island Drive, what did you find?
We found that white Malibu coming over the bridge, going to the north end of the island, and then making a trip down to the south end, then returning back to the north before exiting.
Have you had a chance to review the video of the white sedan going up and down Island Drive during the time after plate registered crossing the bridge?
Yes, sir.
And has that footage been stitched together to make one continuous video of the different instances?
Yes, sir.
Is that compilation of stitched together video a fair and accurate depiction of the video that you reviewed from the Real-Time Crime Camera Center video?
It is.
This time, requesting to approach to pass an object to the witness.
I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee. Good idea.
Lieutenant Stanley, I passed you an object. Do you recognize that object?
I do. It's a thumb drive, and it has my initials and MP badge information on it.
So have you previously reviewed the video on the thumb drive?
I have, yes, sir.
Did you then initial it once you finished reviewing it?
Yes, sir.
Here this time I asked that the flash drive of the compilation of Mud Island real-time crime camera video be entered as Exhibit 85.
No objection.
Requesting permission to publish once marked.
Yes, sir, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Lieutenant Bledsoe, right now, are we looking in what direction?
So we'll be looking to the north. You can see the pedestrian sidewalk here on the left and the grass. The river would be to your left or to the west.
What about now?
So in this case, we're looking north there. You can see the illuminated pylons on the upper corner of the video screen for the pedestrian path. And then this would be looking southbound here.
Which direction is the white sedan traveling?
So in this case, the sedan would be traveling north.
And then the vehicle we just saw pass by,
And there it is going south.
so at this point, it's turned around and going back.
Correct.
Now, looking at the top of the video, is there a date and time stamp?
There is, yes, sir.
And those date and time stamps, are they for each video clip that's here put together?
Correct.
So approximately what time is this clip occurring?
So this would be 11:10 p.m. and 31 seconds.
And the vehicle is traveling in which direction at this time?
So it's coming south.
In this footage, are there many other vehicles around driving up and down Island Drive?
No, sir, this appears to be the only vehicle.
Are there many white sedans?
This appears to be the only one.
About how many passes does this white sedan make up and down Island Drive?
So it appears to go, come onto the island, go all the way to the north, then drive all the way to the south, then go back up to the north before leaving the island.
What time is it now on the cameras?
So it is 11:20 p.m.
And during the course of this talking, does the vehicle take another loop?
Funny, it's 11:18
Southbound again, and
p.m.
now
right here.
northbound?
That is correct.
What time is it now?
So it's 11:35 p.m.
Sergeant Bledsoe, excuse me, Lieutenant Bledsoe. We're still shots from the, I called you Bledsoe, my apologies. Lieutenant Stanley, we're still shots taken from these real-time crime cameras?
Yes, sir.
I may approach the past collection of 1, 2,
Yes,
3,
please.
4, 5 photographs.
White chocolate with espresso shots. It's pretty good.
Lieutenant Stanley, do you recognize those photographs?
Yes, these would be taken from the video we just reviewed.
Are those fair and accurate depictions of still shots from the video that we just reviewed?
Yes, sir.
Here on this time state asked to be marked as exhibit number 86.
86 collected, thank
Collected,
you.
yes, Your Honor. Requesting permission to publish once marked.
Yes, sir. Go there,
Thank you, Your Honor.
once more.
Lieutenant Stanley, is this the first photograph in the series of collected exhibit 86?
Yes, sir.
And what does it depict?
A white sedan that is northbound on Island Drive.
Approximately what time is the timestamp in that?
So this would be 11:04 p.m.
Moving on to the second page of the collected exhibit 86. What is this?
So this is a white sedan southbound on Island Drive at 11:10 p.m.
Moving to the third page of collected 86. What is this?
So this is showing the vehicle northbound again at 11:17 p.m.
And moving to the 4th page, collective 86.
The vehicle southbound at 11:19 p.m.
And moving to the 5th and final page, collective 86. Was what about this photograph?
Southbound again at 11:25 p.m.
So slightly different time than the
Correct.
previous, correct?
Correct.
Aside from researching the camera system and looking at the license plate readers, did you have any other involvement in the investigation of this case?
I did. I made the scene at the north end of the boat ramp to operate a drone to essentially search for the infant that we believe may have went into the river at that location.
If we could display the map that was Exhibit 84. Exhibit 84.
Stop complaining over the witness stand. It's just like watching Paulo Balls doing the entire first care and retrial. It's giving me PTSD flashbacks.
Lieutenant Stanley, looking at Exhibit 84, the map of Mud Island, you mentioned the boat ramp on the north end of Mud Island.
Yes.
Your Honor, if I may approach to pass the pointer, or may pass the pointer to the witness.
Go ahead, please.
So right here would be the north end where the Wolf River dumps into the Mississippi.
Where's the Wolf River?
The Wolf River is this tributary that you see right here coming into the Mississippi.
What were you doing at the boat ramp?
So we were at the boat ramp searching for potential evidence or potentially looking for this infant. As we were in the areas, officers discovered a small infant hat on the boat ramp dock. So we brought a drone and basically every resource that we had, right, to search along the riverbanks, hoping to locate this infant, but we did not.
You mentioned a drone. Who was piloting that drone?
I was.
And is that part of your duty to the real-time crime centers?
It
operating
is.
Drones?
Yes, sir.
What did you do during your search?
So we flew the entire riverbank up the Wolf River Inlet, checking along the banks where we couldn't get a boat or an officer to check.
Were you able to find anything?
No, sir.
Did you also search along the Mississippi Riverside?
We did. Yes, sir, I did.
Were you able to find anything there?
No.
You mentioned a hat, a baby's hat. Is that
Correct. Correct, yes.
Where exactly do you remember that being located?
So it was on the boat ramp, on the concrete that would give you traction if you were launching a boat. So just a few feet from the water.
Aside from that boat ramp, did you guys find anything else there in the river?
No, sir.
Excuse me, the hat boat ramp.
No, sir, only the hat.
Stay with us with this.
May I have a moment?
I don't know who Ken Jennings is, but I'll
Lieutenant
search
Stanley,
you.
you talked to the jury about the RTCC cameras and the LPR readers and things like that. Are those two separate things?
They are, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what is the job of an RTCC unit?
So we have various systems, usually just as technology advances, we add new systems, so we don't get rid of legacy systems until they fail. So we have some very simple systems that just record video, and very sophisticated systems that perform other missions. The license plate reader cameras that are on the A.W. Willis Bridge are they just capture individual plates, right? There's some newer versions that kind of do all-in-one feature, but that is not the hardware that's there.
Okay. So this, the car that you are tracking in this compilation video is a white car traveling that you believe to be the white car.
That's correct, ma'am.
And you believe it to be the same white car, right?
Correct, yes, ma'am.
But you do not have an LPR reader attached to that camera to verify.
That is correct.
So we do have a white car traveling through that area at these given times that we believe to be that car.
Correct, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the LPR reader on the A.W. Willis Bridge, what time did it record the license plate?
So I looked at the docket a few minutes ago. I would have to look back to give you the exacts. I looked at so many numbers, but it was within the time frame of the video, right?
And did it register a second time?
There were 2 reads on that night, yes, ma'am.
Okay, one going to, one coming back.
Correct, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And as part of your investigation, you pulled looking for specific times, right?
Correct, yes, ma'am.
So when you were discussing with the state the fact that there were not many other cars on the street, you were looking at a very isolated time frame, right?
Yes, ma'am. We're looking from the time that we received a read. We're looking for the corresponding vehicle to associate it. We know that plate is registered to a white Malibu, so we're looking for a car that appears to be a white Malibu, which the video reflected a vehicle that appears to be a white Malibu.
Okay. And you would agree with me that the snippets are seconds long?
That is correct, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And in those seconds, you may not see other vehicles, but there may have been other vehicles on the street, right?
Yes, ma'am. There was not a lot of vehicle traffic, right? It's a residential neighborhood. It's the middle of the night, so there's just not a lot of vehicle traffic.
Okay. And you would agree with me it was dark during the times the videos were taken?
Yes, ma'am.
I think I only have one other thing else. With the drone utilization, is that a common practice?
More so today. A few years ago, it was less common, but they're more in everyday policing now than they were before.
Okay. And this was investigating the area of both the Mississippi River and the Wolf River.
Correct, yes, ma'am.
And that would have been done not during those nighttime hours.
Correct, that was daytime hours when we were out doing that.
Do you recall approximately what time you ran the drone?
I do not know, ma'am. I don't remember. We were just, hyper fixated on trying to find a baby, right? It was daytime hours. It was all hands on deck. Every resource in the police department had.
Okay. But it would have been several hours after those videos were taken.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all I have.
Any redirect from the state?
Lieutenant Stanley, earlier we were talking about the real-time crime cameras. There's quite a few on the island. Is there one at the boat ramp on the north end of the island?
There is. At the given moment, it was inoperable.
When you say at the given moment, do you mean February 1st, February
Correct,
2nd?
at February 2nd, right? Those cameras are funded through grant, through FEMA port security, and we constantly upgrade them as they reach end of life. And in this situation, the camera right there, unfortunately, was inoperable on the February 1st.
But the other cameras along Island Drive, those were still working?
No, absolutely. That was the video that we watched a few minutes ago.
So that's what
Very good. And because that one camera wasn't working, we weren't able to see what actually happened down there at the river, right? At the boat ramp.
Yes, ma'am.
That's all I have.
Thank you, sir. You may sit down. Ladies,
I'm mad. They put my name on it. They don't put my name on it. They put Melody Little, and Aiden, and I'm the first picture there, and they cropped out my broken baker symbols. These absolute assholes. I'm gonna copyright sue them now.
And gentlemen, I think we've done enough work today. And you have reservations. So, until you are asked to deliberate, you're not to discuss anything that you've learned today. Again, it's not these four walls.
Talking about Hellfish Haven, if you might be nice enough, Hellfish Haven is a veteran who is having a channel where he tries to help veterans raise awareness. He's stuck under 100 subscribers. We try now and again to help him get a little more traction. So if you want to support a veteran who is trying to build a channel for veterans, please go hit the subscription. 93 subscriptions right now. If I could send him to bed with 100 subscribers, he would have to go onto this blog and say, hey, mention my name, mention Baker's name. It's this cop killer Karen Reed, accused rapist and innocence fraudster Aiden Turtleboy Carney cannot stop pathologically lying about his victim Lindsay Gitani, including gaslighting Duper, Melanie Little, and Boston Tom. I'm the first picture. Put in fat foreigner Baker. Come on now. If you're going to use my likeness, at least he doesn't mention my name. He mentioned Grant, Krusty, Lindsay. Mention my name. Say the illiterate fat foreigner or something like that. Look at my Bucky's hat. I got that from Miami Spice.
This is this big circle, okay? What you learned in the circle, keep in the circle until I send you back to deliberate, okay? Have a great rest of your evening. And
It's an anonymous blog. It looks like it's Brandon or someone like that.
Step down.
Yeah, Marissa, go over there, and I want my name on it when they call me the fat illiterate baker. It's published by admin.
Do we need to start a little later in the morning for our, that one non-early riser we have? Hey, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Need to sleep in, you just let us know. All right, let's talk about it. 9 o'clock? Oh, I have a matter on the docket tomorrow. 9:30. It's an in custody situation that I'm working on. Okay. You're in charge of that. Adjourn.
All right. We'll be adjourned tomorrow morning. Like we got 9:30 trial.
Thank you.
So we're back tomorrow at 9:30. Oh, Hellfish has now made it over 100. Thank you all so much. So instead of Marissa writing a sternly worded reply to that blog post, Hellfish will now go in there and say, please name him as he is correctly named, Fat Illiterate Dutchman. Thank you all so much for helping Hellfish. Being a small channel, not having a lot of traction, sometimes you feel, oh, should I keep going? Should I, what am I doing? So getting these numbers are amazing. And there's something psychological about hitting 3 numbers in your subscriptions. think we had you at 100 before. Let's keep him up there. And when he goes live, go check him out and say, interesting content. And help a veteran help veterans, because children are our future. And veterans are the ones who give our children a future, because without them, you would all have been speaking Japanese. And Japanese is a really hard language to learn. So thank a veteran who went all the way from Hawaii to Pelelau and wherever they went, or wherever they were veterans. And maybe you speak Japanese anyway, or you live in Japan. Whatever. I say stupid stuff because it's 11:36 p.m. my time. Anime is, as always, angry that you don't have a Rumble profile. So make a Rumble, and Anime will be your first subscriber over there. Yes, but don't tell them. That's how I got out of my copyright strike. Today is going to be the day where they didn't really get into as much as I had hoped, but where we were 2 days into the trash collector case, we are absolutely blown past it by this one. I can't see where the defense is going. He was a good guy, wasn't he? He gave you a promise ring. Yeah, but he also offed his baby mama and tossed his baby in the river. Are we buying it that, well, he didn't do it? They never ever said that. And they had his girlfriend. The defense had his girlfriend say he was going to meet with her. That's really stupid. Sushi is absolutely the worst. Who would eat raw fish? Especially raw fish that most of it is farmed in Norway or on the Faroe Islands, frozen, flown over, defrosted again. Don't eat raw fish. It's not good for you. There's a lot of little prickly poofs in it that it'll make you sick. I haven't had hibachi. I don't know what it is. I think it's the one where they and throw shrimps in your face. I like shrimps, so you can toss a shrimp in my face all day. So much for the part of him being a better dad. Well, he was a better dad to whatever was left. But also, can we just say what an absolute POS that girlfriend was? Went to CVS and bought a paternity test to bring to the hospital the first time you saw your kiddo. And had broken up with him because they were breaking up and coming back together. Funny enough, the defense didn't put those messages into it. And apparently she kept tossing, she was the one who kept tossing him out of the relationship. So, sushi isn't all fish either. No, but who wants to eat cold rice? Yeah. DJ Khaled would say she's so hood. I can't remember who DJ Khaled is. She sucks. She stirred the pot. She's one of those, and you could hear it. My ex-wife, she was a chef, and she hated working in all-female kitchens. She said, you can't. When we were deployed, it was her and a lot of men. And she said she loved working with men because men will tell you, shut the fuck up, you're an idiot, I don't want to listen to you. Women will say, sure. Then they'll go behind the freezer and say, oh, did you hear that tramp? Oh, talking to me like that? Who do she think she is? Like she's all that and a bag of potato chips. I tell you, she is a 403. 304. 304. She's a 304. Turn it upside down on your calculator if you have one. I replied to the troll accounts with your preferred name and future poster. Gracias. No, she's wrong about a lot of things, but not to be misogynistic or anything, even though I apparently am all the times. There's a very different way men and women go to conflicts, go about conflicts. Men will face conflicts and women will say, no, and then they'll go behind people's back. And most of the time, it'll make men get into fights because, oh, she said that guy told me. And then you have to go over there and say, hey, brother, did you tell your girl that my calves look small today? What are you talking about? She told me that you said I had small traps. You want to step outside? Big old probably no. Hellfish is on 114. Can we get him to 120? 120? Anyone? Anyone? Yeah, women can be nasty. Never was a girl group chick. Not all women. No, not all women. But I actually worked in a bakery where we had 2 females working as bakers. I was hired as a pastry chef in that one. And unbeknownst to me, they hired a lady to also be a pastry chef. And then they wanted to turn me into like a 50-50 baker pastry chef. Wasn't what we discussed and not what we discussed the payout from. But that's the small part of it. And this one was constantly yakking about, oh, you're taking smoking breaks. I took, every day I worked, I took 2 smoking breaks, 10 minutes each. In the Danish, our union had that we had a 30-minute lunch break. I never took a lunch break. I would just eat like a roll while I was working and just kept working. And then I would take 2 smoking breaks instead while I worked. And she was pissed off about that. Oh, you get 2 smoking breaks. I only get my lunch breaks. But I don't get a lunch break. And you take 30 minutes. And she was the type who, my break started when I left the table and went out, got my cigarettes and lit a cigarette. That's when my break started. Her break started when she was sitting in the cafeteria. So she took like 45 minutes. Anything heavy, hey, can you lift this for me? Anything where you had to really just blow it out the water, she was always complaining. Then she started complaining that I left 2 hours before her. She didn't complain that I came to work 2 hours before her. She didn't want to do that, but she wanted to leave at my time. And then we had a new girl come in, and I think she had just been finishing her apprenticeship. And she just went in, was one of the boys. Whenever we got a little too much tits and ass talk, she was just, hey guys, calm down. Oh, sorry. And never anything like, hey, do this. It's too hard for me. And the difference that it made, this one was, oh, I'm a princess. I don't want to do anything. You have to lift it. I can't do anything. The other one would come over and say, hey, can you give me a hand? It's a little heavy. Sometimes you move a lot of dough and you have those big things that you had to lift. And she was just like, hey, buddy, can you give me a hand? Yeah, sure. The other one was, come over and lift it for me. Go fuck yourself. So it's not all women, but everyone should consider how they treat other. Hey, Carmen, how are you doing? I ate sushi for the first time 29 years ago. I got sick. I haven't eaten sushi since, although I do eat pickled herrings every Christmas. Pickled herring has been in brine, so you don't have all of that nastiness that that's in raw fish. Learned in the army to take smoke breaks and just hold a cigarette for a buddy to take a moment to yourself now and then. My buddy told me, he was also in the Navy, and he said, and none of us smoked at that time. He said, get into a smoking platoon because they will have more breaks. We also did a lot more push-ups, but you get those 5 minutes now and again where you just, when everything is annoying. Hey, Welshie, you're a bit late, but welcome. I don't eat chicken because I got really sick with salmonella at a buddy of mine's 18th birthday, and I would have been 17 at the time, so it's 10 years ago, and I'll eat deep fried chicken, but I hardly ever. I have a pack of chicken breasts in my freezer, and every time I start making them, I'm like, nah, I'm so afraid of salmonella. You're double this ratio? Oh, 4%. Yeah, well, I'm going to stick with the 2%. That's where I started smoking. I started smoking in the military as well because you were hanging out. We stayed on, because I was in the Navy band, so we didn't go sailing. We stayed in on the Navy barracks, and it was so far away from everything. But we had our own bar, so we would just sit in the bar, drink, and then people were smoking. You're like, yeah, well, I've always been massively against smoking, but I learned it really fast. And then when I got deployed, I was smoking constantly. So it became that every time I put on my uniform, I was just smoking. When I stopped in the military and joined the reserves and went into, back then we had something called the International Brigade. So every time we were going out to do, once a year, we would go out and do exercises. And every time I put my uniform on, I put a pack of cigarettes in my shirt pocket, because that was just the thing. And smoke, come home from the exercise, stop smoking again. It just became a thing. Well, you didn't say anything, Welshie. My youngest doesn't believe me that there are jobs in the military that's just being in a band. That's I was going to join the military, but I thought, hey, if I can play music for 8 months, I can go and see stuff. I was actually about, if I'd stayed in, if I'd come in like 3 months later, I would have been playing at Norfolk Navy base, because they went over there right after I left. But I got to go to France, Germany. I got to see a lot of things, and it paid better because we had what's outpay is when you're not on the barracks, so you can't buy food at barrack prices. But the food at barracks were more expensive than to buy it outside of the barracks, so we made money every time we left barracks. So it was fun. But then I went and thought, well, that's not really being in the military. So I signed up for what was known as the UN. What the hell was it? No, rapid deployment. Can't remember what the first part. It was the reserves, but reserved to be deployed. But I signed up with because I'm a baker. They wanted me in the field hospital, and the field hospital was so expensive that we knew we were never going to get deployed. But we got $100 a month to be in the reserve, so that paid your phone bill. A really smart thing. And then I kind of locked out and made some stupid decisions, and then I called them up and say, hey, I would really like to go and get deployed. So I took 2 deployment. Then I came home and joined the army because I'm an idiot. And then I stayed. I think I was on the reserve roster for like 10 years. So that was fun. Yeah, it's an easy job if you can do it. The only thing is you have to do all the shitty shoe shining and make sure that your uniform is always pristine and that you walk correctly. And it takes a lot. It's kind of like the ones where you're thinking it's not that hard to be one of those who stand at the tomb of the unknown soldier, but the precision you have to use, and you use a lot of different things that you don't use as a soldier. The way we walk, the way you have to always be perfect. We had days where we were out playing for the Queen 7 times a day, and we had to do it a perfect every single time, or we would get punished because we were the Navy's face out to the public. And the 7th time that day you're playing in an old folks home, and they are sitting there. Oh, it's amazing to see the queen. And she has to come and say hi to all of you, and you do the same trick, and you can see in her eyes, oh, I've seen you 7 times today. And she probably could see in our eyes, we've seen you 7 times today. So that was fun. So that was cool. Bunkers made perfect. We didn't really have to do. We didn't have that thing with bunkers. We were should just square it away. It wasn't the same vigorous thing that you Yanks do. But I'm gonna end it, and tomorrow we'll be back at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time for day 3 in the Brandon Isabelle case. I need some sleep now because it's almost midnight and Carmen hasn't started her stream yet, and I've been trying to talk and hopefully she would jump on it, but she didn't. And yeah, we're going to see it again tomorrow. I was thinking about something, but I forgot it. It's almost midnight. Sorry. My brain is mush, but love you anyway. And if you came over from Recovery Addict, thank you so much, Recovery Addict, for trusting me with your wonderful people. And thank you all wonderful people to hang around with us and enjoy another day of Crazy Court and my weird stories. Love you all. See you all.